What? Yeah, when you hit me with it the other morning.
Dude, I texted to him.
How'd you spell it?
Oh, bro. Oh, my phone's over there.
No, just know why.
Oh, yeah. It was
What were the
like,
letters? What were the letters? What did it start
Dude,
with?
do you have it on your phone? Can you pull it up? Do you have your phone?
Huh?
Can you pull it up? I don't know what it was. What I if you
Is
don't
that
have
you
it.
right there?
What did I text you? How did I spell it? The hell yeah shit. How did I spell it? Dude, that shit was funny. It's rolling, but we can start whatever. There's no starts. There's no starts. There is no starts. There is only
Middles and endings.
There's only finish. There can be.
There's no beginnings, only middles and ends.
Damn. Well, that's pretty fast, huh?
What?
No beginnings, just only end.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about your text messages.
Damn, I was like, damn, what happened?
I thought you read something. You were like,
That shit,
damn.
he's like, that was fast. That escalated.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm on your guys' page.
You're like going over
The
like
fuck
an
are
old
you
like
talking about?
conversation. I thought you were like, damn, bro, we were like getting into some shit here.
I'm still trying to find this shit. I forget what we were talking about.
Was it a while back?
No, it was just recently.
I think we were talking about playing V-Rising, I thought.
Yeah.
It's like, you on? You were
don't
like,
remember
you trying to get on? It's like,
If you were to spell it right now, how would you spell it?
I think I did like H-E-E-H.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, it was
H-E-E-E-H-H-H-H.
yeah, just a bunch of E's and H's. That's like it was.
Dude, yeah, it's the shit. I've never heard that before. Obviously, hell yeah, it's a classic, but it's like different.
That's the Dollas classic.
That is the dollar fucking signature. It's the dollar sign sig.
God damn.
There'll be there's a little peekaboo right
Hey, I
there.
peeped it. There's like.
There's
I was telling. There's like two stems
there's
that poke out,
There's two peekaboos on there.
but they oddly kind of like
Yeah, they plug.
They
they plug holes.
plug hole. Fucking stuff me, daddy.
Oh my god.
Jesus, bro. That's insane.
There. Brought some water just in case niggas get
Yeah, I got. Well, actually, I'm almost out of one.
I just keep the fucking. I don't know. If I just keep the things turned in. Yeah, how do you do it that way?
Keep the what?
The labels turned in. I mean, you can rip them off if you want to just be easy about it, but. I don't know how all that shit works.
I might keep mine just down here anyway. Just, I mean, this isn't expensive, but just try to keep the liquids not around the computer.
But, nah, bro. Fucking. What was I about to start with? Alright, let me sit down. We're going to actually officially start.
Yeah, I'm sure this will all be cut. None of this will
Yeah,
be
that's fucking malarkey.
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 just low on memory.
But nah, bro. So, me and this nigga over here work at Nordstrom, the old Nordy Boardy. And totally random, I'm just gonna throw this in there. We start with this shit. Bro, I go in there for my first day. I'm on my first day at the job. We go in. I'm like studying, learning all this shit for the AP coordinator job, which is essentially you just sit at a desk all day and like check people in, check people out. You're basically like a glorified just a desk jockey that runs I don't know, clerical services.
Bro, you're a DJ?
A DJ, 100%. I drop knowledge in bars all day. Just fucking
Podcast.
fucking podcast. We go hard. But anyway, I'm working with this lady, and she's super nice. And I asked her, hey, hey, mind if I go use the restroom? And she's like, no, go ahead. I was like, where's it at? She's like, oh, there's one upstairs, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. So I'll figure it out. So I go upstairs, go up these stairs, and this is a big-ass, fucking fulfillment center, a big warehouse. So I go upstairs, which is, where all the offices are. And in the fucking, in the in like the office area where all the cubicles are, there's like a bathroom in the back, and it has a label on the front, and that was the woman's bathroom. So I was like, oh, that's not the one for me. So I go further down, and I see the man's bathroom, and I walk in. And so I go into the bathroom, and there's urinals. There's like a little, like, maybe like, I don't know if it was a shower or like a locker setup or something.
Shower?
Yeah, they got like a whole setup in the upstairs bathroom for the man's room. And it's a pretty big bathroom. And it's probably got, I don't know, I'm going to guess, and then I'm going to look the next time I'm in there, and if I'm right, I'm going to be surprised. But it's probably got 4 to 5 stalls. It's got maybe 4 urinals. 3 to 4 urinals and 4 to 5 stalls. That's what I'm gonna say. And then a shower / I don't know, room with lockers and shit, or like store. I don't even know, like a weird little room thing. Like
It's the wet room, bro.
It's
where
the
they
wet
take
room.
them
That's
out.
where they fucking take them out. They take them out to dry, baby. But anyway,
In the wet room.
so I
He's trying.
you know
You got it.
exactly. So in the fucking, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I just have to piss. So I go in, I go piss. And I saw that there was like some feet under the stall kind of in the distance. And I was like, oh, all right, whatever. And so,
Some feet in the distance.
yeah, I saw some feet in the distance.
Sounds
You know
like
what
a
that's
poem.
like. Everybody knows what that's like. You all walked in the bathroom before and you were like, oh, yeah, I got this whole motherfucker to myself. And then next thing you know, you see like, oh, shit. Look at them fucking squatch feet right there. Just them big feet, motherfuckers.
They're
Just
squeak.
them squeak, cause deep squeaks, just chilling all the way at the last stall because they thought that they were the throne carriers of the bathroom for the minute before you walked in. And so
They reign supreme.
they ran the show, you know, the porcelain fucking show. It was theirs. So they're in the bathroom, in the fucking far stall. Not like I'm like, okay, whatever. So now I'll go to wash my hands, right? And like I said, I had only been there for a little bit before I went to the bathroom. So mind you, I didn't wash my hands before I pissed. I'll admit that. I normally do, but that was one where I didn't. But I wasn't touching a whole bunch of shit yet. Now, having said that, I go wash my hands. And I'm staring in the mirror while I'm washing my hands and shit, like checking if my hair's all fucked up. And because I had a hat on and it, like, anyway, I was checking my shit. And the stall door opens up. And I could see in my periphery, I wasn't like, you know, I'm not a weirdo. I wasn't like looking to look, but it was already there in frame. So I look and I fucking see, like a fucking, like just quick brief that I thought it was a woman in the stall. Now, mind you, I left this out because I think it's important, but
He was a trans.
this person was ripping shit
Oh,
when I went in there.
Oh,
Damn.
man.
I was quiet. I try to be quiet, right, when I take a piss because I'll be real. Like, I'm happy, I'm comfortable with my shit, but I don't have, like, the loudest piss. So it's one of those things where I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to just try to keep my piss quiet because, like, when it hits the water, it doesn't sound like I got, like, an elephant trunk that it's coming from.
You're saying even if you tried to be loud, it's not a loud piss? Or what
It's
do
a
you mean?
fast piss if I'm trying to be loud. And, like, you know how uncomfortable that is when you just push it all out real fast?
Yeah,
it's like
a-
it hurts. Only men might understand that. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like maybe the same thing for a woman. You might understand if, like, you really just push it out, like, it just fucking, I don't know why you would do it. Most people don't do that. So that's my point. I didn't do that, and I was trying to be, like, also quiet, because
It's like a
I just, it's
syringe.
subconscious. I did it. It's because it's honestly from school. When I was in school, like, you know, all the kids was like, oh, dude, my dick's fucking 16 feet long. And you'd be like, oh, shit. Like, my shit's only, like, fucking 4 feet.
12 feet.
Yeah, like, I got, like, 4 feet. But we would say feet and stupid shit like, oh, yeah, but my shit's, like, 2 rulers. But nobody, if it was that, you would see it when you wear shorts. So nobody
this
had
led
that.
you to be quiet?
But I'm a quiet pisser, right? Exactly. I like the sultry piss. So,
Spec off.
exactly. What? So,
You say spec
oh yeah,
ops?
thanks. I mean, they're like spec ops, exactly.
Blackout.
So I said blackout. So I'm in there like spec ops, and whoever is in the stall is like definitely letting it go, because I said they had the whole shit to themselves. So they're letting it go. That's what really caught my attention, because, again, they were in the furthest stall, and if you've seen this bathroom, you don't just see feet when you walk in. It's not like all the bathrooms when you can just be like, oh, yeah, there's feet in the fourth, one down. All right, I'm going to go to the first one. It's not like that. So she's ripping shit, and
She's ripping shit.
and I'm thinking he's ripping shit, and then the door opens up, and periphery, it looked like a girl, but I wasn't like that. You know, you're in the man's room. I knew I saw the man's room.
It's a man's world.
It's a man's world, right? it's a man, what? But literally, so I see this shit and I look, and then I go to walk out, but instead of turning left to go out, which would have been the way, I turned right and did like a full 360 to go around to look at the fucking stall. Just to like, I know that sounds weird, but like,
you went in there and smelled it?
nah, like, instead of going, like, the stalls are to the back right of me, and he is like way far back right diagonal. Like, I gotta walk a good 8 or 9 feet before I'm at that stall.
Okay.
So yeah, but I can see it in the mirror, so I was like, oh shit, I look like a girl, what the fuck? So I turned to the right, because if I want to leave immediately fast, I would just turn left. I'm avoiding, like, this is back to the right of me.
Yeah, I'll probably just leave.
Most people would. But I swear in my head, that was a girl, and I'm like, oh my god, am I in the wrong bathroom? But then I'm like,
Okay, that's valid. Yeah.
so I do the right move. I go right and just do a little loop, and I see it's a girl. Like a lady, not a girl. I shouldn't say girl. This was a woman in there, like like in like her late 40s. Like, I'm sorry if anybody thought I was talking about like somebody that was like in their 20s. I'm not. Like, her kids are at home somewhere. This lady is like kids driving cars and shit. So
Okay.
she just let that shit go, and then I see her, and now she's like, oh my god, because I'm a quiet pisser. She might not have known until the sink came on.
She might not have good hearing, bro.
Exactly, at that age, right?
She ain't got her hearing aids in, you never
So
know.
this is what I'm saying. I see now it is 100% a woman. And then as fast as I can, mind you guys, it is my first fucking day at work. Like, my first day. This nigga got me the job. So, my first day at work with him, I'm like trying to make a good like name for myself because he done talked me up, and I work hard and shit, so it was easy to back up. But the first thing you do is walk into the woman's bathroom.
You're like, I'm getting fired.
This is over, bro. You weirdo. And then you like turned and looked at it like, you fucking weirdo. What are you doing?
Bro,
So I go downstairs immediately, and I'm like, I gotta be honest. I gotta just go right to the lady that I'm working with. She's been here. She's like been here like 10 years or more. So I go over. I go up to her and I'm like, Nancy, I'm so sorry. I made a giant mistake just now. She's like, what? I was like, I went into the woman's bathroom.
But there's urinals in there.
My thoughts, exactly.
You know?
So this is what I said to her. Because of the urinals. I wanted to I'm glad you brought that up, because I was just about to say this. I said to her, I was like, Nancy, I walk into the bathroom that's upstairs. I swear I thought it had the man sign on the outside of it.
You're like, I'm not tripping.
Swear, because I saw the first bathroom, and that was the woman's bathroom, and so I walked past that. So I'm literally like, I walk in, but the whole upstairs, bro, doesn't look finished. Like, if you saw this, it doesn't look like it's an office where people work every day. It looks like they're closing the shit. It looks like this is like so.
Like renovated.
It looks like they are.
Like,
it looks like it used to be an office building, and this is all the shit that's left there. It doesn't look like it's running at all. Like, I would say I'd take a picture of it, but I can't. Like, I just can't do that. Yeah. But my point is it really does not fucking look like anybody works there. And it's got all these cubicles that's like every fifth one has some shit in it that has like maybe like a fucking little poster on it or like somebody's coat. But all the other shit is just like empty. And you're like, what the fuck? So what I thought was,
it's like a dystopian like
maybe
workplace.
they were renovating. Because again, when I didn't mention this, but when I got hired, they said there was like the guy that hired me was saying there was a whole bunch of changes happening and a whole bunch of things. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe they were changing. And the place that I just came from, which was Amazon, shout out to BROz God, I was literally, I was out there, and in Amazon, like every fucking 5 minutes they were changing something, throwing a new bathroom up or a makeshift bathroom or something. So I was like, maybe I went into the wrong restroom because they had changed them or something.
Like the size,
and so they didn't get a chance to move into urinals or getting rid of them yet. And like, maybe this is all new because again, the whole place looks unfucking finished. So I tell her that in my defense, like I'm like, and she's like, oh no. I was like, I think I went into the wrong bathroom. And there was a woman in there, Nancy, and like I saw her and she saw me see her, and I rushed out. I'm probably fired. Like I'm fired. I'm sorry. And she was just like, oh my goodness. And she like gave me like this like crazy look, and I'm like, oh my god, like, am I going to jail or some shit?
Yeah,
like, is it over?
Is it worse? Like,
And then she goes, it's I'm just kidding, it's fine, everything's fine. I was like, what do you mean it's fine? Like, and she saw me, I have to talk to Steven, who I got to tell. She's like, no. All the bathrooms are like co-ed. What? We mean co-ed. What? She's like, no, there's signs out front of them. There's signs out front? No, the sign out front said men, and the other one said woman. She's like, no, underneath that, there's like a little, like, it's like a little sign, like an insert sign.
It's like whatever you prefer type shit.
Bro, it says, I can't quote it right now. I have a picture of it, but it's actually on the phone that we're using to record. Because we not all the way 100 yet. Like, we like 99.9, 9.5, you know what I'm saying? But, dude, like, we fucking... Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, what do you mean they're co-ed? Because I'm like... I'm not used to that, and what? And she was like, yeah, I don't know, this is just kind of like one of the rules. I know it's a little weird, but yeah, like, I haven't seen anybody do that, but, I mean, I was like...
She hasn't seen anybody do that?
Yeah, like, she said it in terms of, like, she has not seen anybody, like, she hasn't had that situation happen to her where she's gone into the bathroom and a man was in it.
So technically the woman was not at fault, but she was in the men's room. And
that's what the confirmation was. What I was about to say. So like, I was actually in the men's room.
You were in the labeled men's room, and she happened to also be in there.
So what I think happened was there might have been multiple people in the women's room, and this lady just was like, "Ain't nobody up here. And
I don't even
there ain't no managers right here. They're all on the floor, and I'm as far away from the fucking floor as possible. So like, I'm gonna go in that bathroom because I fucking can anyway.
Yeah.
So that's probably what happened.
Not a bad move.
Because, again, she was in there just thugging by herself, letting the logs roll, because, like, she was doing her thing. Like it was, like, wild. Crazy. Like, she had that drop top, fam. So...
No, that's nuts.
It was legit probably nuts in that shit. It was wild.
Dude, I mean...
It was wild.
I don't know this woman's diet, but...
I don't either, but I could hear it. And smell it somewhat. Because I was in there, and
what do you think?
It smelled mostly like bathroom. It didn't smell like shit.
If you had to guess what her diet would be like, what do you think she eats on a weekly basis? Like, consumes the most?
Bathroom.
If you had to guess one food.
No, that's my food. Bathroom. She probably eats whatever a bathroom gives her. Soap.
Soap.
Toilet paper.
Soap would smell better. Probably.
I don't know. That's chemical based. That might fuck your insides up.
Yeah, good point.
You know, drink some bleach once and take a shit.
I don't know how it works.
You know what that smells like? I don't.
You said drink what?
Some bleach.
Some bleach.
Crazy.
But yeah, so long story short, the bathrooms are co-ed.
So you didn't get in trouble.
I didn't get in trouble, but I was shook. And then I was like, I'm just not gonna fuck with the bathrooms here because like, I feel like that's just a case to catch. Or I'm gonna walk in there and somebody gonna be like all the way balls deep in coochie, and it's gonna be totally okay because they're co-ed. Like, and I don't, I'm at AP. I don't have to like write up some kind of report or nothing like that. So I'll go to the bathroom if I absolutely have to, but for the most part, I go upstairs for coffee because the coffee up there, holy shit. Probably shout out to coffee. It's right here. It's that good. And I'm not even bullshitting. It's just K-Cups, but they got the right ones. Having said that, what up, everybody?
Yeah, bro. Talk about how you met Big Rich right here.
Oh, yeah, shout out. This is Richey Dollar, everybody. $.
Thank you.
For the people that are listening.
Thank you.
There you go. That's the homie. So I met this man at Amazon where I got a job working for a company called Metro One, whatever, some
Loss Prevention Service Group.
There we go. LPSG. That's what it was.
This is the security business?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was a contractor. Like, so Amazon farmed out security. They still have LP. They had loss prevention, like...
They just outsourced
for security, which is like...
Security.
I don't know if a lot of companies do that or not. I mean, actually, no, because Walmart has LP, but then they might hire, like, a security guard out front and shit. So, like, that's probably common.
It's more for liability.
Right.
They don't want to take liability for something that could happen.
Right.
Okay. How long did you work there before?
That's what I was about to say.
I worked for Amazon for security for 7 years. I came in with Securitas, which was another guard company at the time.
So you were there like a while.
Yeah. I worked my way up there.
Nice.
But yeah, they got taken over by Metro, and that's when I started my manager.
Explain that dynamic though real quick. Make it short and summarize it if you could. The dynamic where like the contract can just go up.
Well,
because that shit was weird to me. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I mean, I know contracts work that way, but
yeah, for any
it was weird experience.
Company coming in that is contracted, it's usually for a year. So at the end of that year,
the security, you mean?
Yeah,
for security, yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, the head of that security branch gets together with the Amazon person, and they pretty much just kind of compare notes of how that company did that year through the fiscal year of that year.
That makes sense, yeah.
And then what happens then is Amazon will actually look at other bids out there for if, that contract fell through.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, Metro...
They can save money.
Essentially, yeah.
But you could work for this company, right? Like, you could be for... Like, say, like, you work for Securitas. Let's just hypothetically say... I'm not saying this happened to you, but you could elaborate if you want. But you could work for this company, work your way up for this company. Say this company gets the contract this year, and then a year comes around, they killed it that year, so they get it the next year. And then you moved up with that company because, again, you're not moving up with the company that's giving you the contract.
With Amazon.
You're moving up with the security company that's obtaining the contract.
But you could not, hypothetically, not get the contract.
So any fucking point, you could be 3 years in, worked your way up with this company, and then they lose the contract. What would happen in that situation?
Essentially, what happens when that stuff happens when the contract is being bought out by another company... that company's recruiter come into Amazon when we're in and try to see if anybody wants to join over onto that new company. Essentially, just kind of like migrate from one to the other, which then you terminate with the other company that had the account.
Sure.
That'll happen, but they'll be on with the new company. They try to do that because you're more tenured, so they don't have to train as many people.
Yeah, like the building, you're getting the contract.
Yeah,
for,
it becomes less focused on getting people trained to more focused on what that company has promised. Amazon essentially.
So you said Amazon. I assume they kind of have vet some options as far as like securities and
they go
fucking so
they don't all use the same ones either, right?
I was gonna say I imagine like does your end of does the security also kind of like vet out other options? Like I imagine you guys might have some different companies you might like reach out to or want to do business with just in case like contracts may fall through.
Yeah, so the companies that come in do have other like contracts essentially.
Like plan Bs, just in case.
So essentially, if that person wanted to stay on with that security group would pull them out of that contract and put them in a different contract. So if they do, let's just say they have a contract for Y's and we have Amazon, they're going to take them out of Amazon and put them in Y's.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So you have like some security for no pun intended, but for the.
But the whole structure can flip on you, bro, which is crazy. That's the thing that sucked about it to me. Was like
said what?
That's the whole structure of it is like there's no stable ground in terms of for you to like in his situation, he worked his ass off for that specific security company, and if they wouldn't have been such a shitty company or potential, because they almost lost the contract like every time.
Yeah, not to interrupt. So the whole time you were there, you had the same Amazon contract?
Yeah, so when I came in with Securitas, they had it for like 2 years past when I came in. And then they finally got underbidded by Metro.
Okay, so that company got bought out, but you stayed on.
It didn't get bought out. It's just the contract itself moved from
just a different company altogether.
Yeah, they underbid them, so they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll go with your services."
But they transferred you, or not transferred, but kept you on as.
Yeah,
they ported him over.
Gotcha.
Obviously, Amazon LP kind of wants those people to stay because at least he knows like
you said, they're familiar with like
they've been working with them, so they kind of know how everything is, and those people are the anchors that they want to keep.
Well, that's good. Like I said, for your sake. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So I'm working that job, and he's my boss. And in the time, this is how like essentially how I meet him. I get in there, and my first week there, like I got trained, like for 3 or 4 days by him.
Yeah.
And he ran it up hardcore. And bro, it was crazy because the way the training was, anytime he broke everything down, it was impeccable training. I literally learned the job in, I don't know, 5 minutes. Not that it's a super complicated job, but I would say it's like more on the side of complex. Not complicated, but it's complex in the terms of there's a lot of stuff that you have to do.
Yeah.
It's not hard, the stuff you have to do. It's just a lot of stuff you have to do. It's dense.
It's a lot to remember.
In a short period of time, too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that I was replacing somebody. They didn't tell me that. So when I was getting in there, I had no idea that, like, they were moving somebody out. And that's the other thing that the company would do is, like, they would kind of either wait forever to terminate somebody they should have been got rid of, or they'll cut somebody for something absolutely ridiculous, like not picking up this shift. Like, okay, we'll try to find something to fire him for because he doesn't want to pick up enough overtime. Or, like, they would do wild shit like that.
Yeah.
And allegedly, I'll say allegedly, but they would do wild shit like that allegedly. And to me, that shit was crazy in terms of, like, working. I worked 4 days, and then on my 5th day, the guy that I was replacing doesn't come into work. And then he shows up, and I had just learned the process of how, like, if someone comes in, like, say you work there, and the way they do it, you would think this is how, it's just crazy. But if you work for a company, right, and they know they're going to terminate you. And let's say even you know they're going to terminate you. And let's say you drive to that company to work there. Your commute is 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you don't even know necessarily that, let me walk that back. You don't know that they're going to get terminated, but the company has already decided to the point where they've gone through the steps to try to hire somebody. They keep you on, haven't mentioned anything, haven't said anything about your performance, haven't coached you in any kind of way where they pull you to the side and say, hey, you know, this is kind of how the company works. If the performance doesn't turn around, your attendance doesn't turn around, we might have to, you know, pursue other options type stuff to just let a person know, like, you're really underperforming or you're really not holding up your end of the bargain that you signed. This company has no course for any of that. So I get trained by Richard for 3 or 4 days, and then on my 5th day, mind you, where Richard trained me, he trains me, and I'm working with him, but there's also this other person there. And he's there, and the dynamic is so different. Whereas Rich, he's, like, ready to go, higher energy, like, on the ball. And this other guy is just on some, man, fuck this, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, this some dumb shit. Like, you just do this, you do that. And I would be like, well, why would you do it that way? That doesn't seem efficient. And he's like, that's how I do it, is blah, blah, blah. And he was just so nonchalant about the shit and I'm learning it. So, like, it's okay if you want to be that way after my, you know, 2nd month and I've already understood the job, but you're doing this, this is my first impression. So I'm on my 5th day, I'm thinking, because he had just finally started his vacation, I'm thinking, this guy is going to be on, like, he's going to be the guy running the show. And I go in, and I go punch in, and he's walking up, and I punch in, and mind you, I had just seen this kid for the last 3 or 4 days. I punch in, get in through the turnstile with my badge, and then if you punch in and it doesn't let you in the turnstile, either your badge is defective, or maybe you were terminated. You might not work there.
So this is the kid you're replacing?
I don't know that. So I walk in, I punch my shit, I'm talking to him because I'm cool with everybody. So I'm talking to him, trying to keep the peace, thinking he's cool and shit. And I punch in, and he goes into the other turnstile, and he hits his shit, and it bang, and I go right in. And
that's how it goes.
And I look at his shit, and he looks at me, He was like, yo, my badge must be fucked up. And I was like, probably.
Probably.
Walk around the corner, and then
Do you see it like on a screen or something? Like
I walk
it
around.
says, like,
I walk
terminated or
around the
something?
corner. I get to the people that I'm relieving, and the dude tells me it was one of the overnight guys. He tells me, "Oh yeah, he doesn't work here anymore." I'm like, "What do you mean he doesn't work here anymore?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, he's like, but I'm gonna need you to go get his badge."
Oh damn. Will it tell you like on a system if it's like the badge declines? It will say like terminated or like give you a reason.
Yeah.
No, I didn't need to go get his badge. I just need to go tell him. That's what they do. They don't
Just notify him.
They don't call you. They don't do nothing. So they will wait until you drove all the way to work, a place
yeah,
you
that's
might
nuts,
fucking
bro.
hate.
Yeah.
And then
You
watch
might,
your
like, bro, you might
it's
commute
shift
from, like, 30
change, so
minutes
you're
away.
going in with other people at the. If you arrive there on time along with other associates, it's shift change. You're all walking in.
Yeah.
These are people that see you every motherfucking day.
Yep.
And boom, you don't walk in, and 9 times out of 10, there's something wrong with the shit.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I'm cool. Like something's wrong with the shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the guy that you work with comes around the corner saying,
Buzz is right.
hey, look, man, I don't know what's going on, but I think they're letting you go. They let you go.
I don't know what's going on, but they let
This
you
is
go.
the thing. You walk
Yeah.
in with this guy, he goes and punches in, and then they tell him, hey, man, he's out of here. You gotta, you gotta go talk to him.
Yeah, it's not right.
So then you go and tell him. So now
So you have to like fire
This
him,
is my
pretty
5th
much.
day. I walk over up to this thing. Now, I don't know how he's going to react. He was so cool about it because I was cool with him. So he was like, ah, man, fuck this place. But again, I want to go back to what I said earlier. He knew he was on his way the fuck out. He knew they were either he was going to quit at some point or they were going to chop him if he didn't get to that point.
Yeah, well, real quick, not to interrupt. Isn't that kind of like a manager's or something like I don't know what position you're in, but
Bro,
isn't that kind
he's
of like,
on vacation.
Isn't that
Yeah.
up to somebody to like kind of tell
Yeah,
him?
The
he's fired?
manager's on
essentially,
vacation, so
it's
there's
my
a bigger
boss,
manager
yeah.
that's
Okay.
supposed to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
He is literally not there.
Okay.
He's in the
I
area.
guess
He
that
didn't
kinda
want to
makes
come to
sense
the
then.
building. Not him. The boss that's supposed to be standing in for him, who is his bigger boss.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, the performance.
And you would just, I'm just saying, you would just think like someone would be like, hey, you're fired. Like,
No, he honestly, that performance manager.
Oh, man.
For being a performance manager, you have to really engage people, and sometimes people aren't going to be happy. So you still got to engage that kind of stuff. When it came to confrontational stuff, nowhere to be found.
you kind of like outsource it to like the security guys.
Yeah.
and You're like,
Yeah.
the
"Go, go."
lowest of the level, if somebody in his position wouldn't take the reins.
That's funny.
Because this is the thing. This is what I'll say is the difference between Rich and all of the other, they were called account managers. So, like, they manage the account, then the performance manager manages all the account managers.
Yeah.
And then there's like a fucking, what is it, operate? Oh, what is it? I forget.
It's
Like another one up, and then another one, and then
district,
another one, and then it's done.
I think it's district because he is in a certain area. So,
Makes sense. Yeah, it just goes up the chain. So,
yeah, and then it goes to the VP, which
Okay.
that
The
never.
The vice president.
Yeah, that
Sheesh, yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, that's a big jump to make.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would think.
Exactly.
District to vice president?
Yeah,
Dude, exactly. So think about that. This company is not that big of a company. If your district manager, the next thing up is the vice president of the fucking company.
Of Amazon.
yeah.
No, of
of
the
the
security company.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
So this is what I didn't realize when I had worked for this guy. I didn't realize this was like a small fish in a really big ocean. Like, for example, like they had only controlled accounts in New York and they killed it in New York. And when I say they, I'm talking about Metro, the company
Yeah.
that we worked for.
Okay.
They were based out of what, New York or New Jersey?
It
Something like
was New York, Staten Island.
Okay. So they're based out of New York. So all of their rules and regulations would follow suit with that, so long as they still were in line with like our state laws.
Yeah.
So there was all kinds of weird ass overlaps and shit because
Yeah.
New York governs their workforce way
Yeah,
different.
there's just like different regulations and
Bruh.
different city
Yes.
laws and state laws.
Bro,
and
so
whatever.
for example, Pennsylvania, for those who don't know, which is where we are,
Yeah.
is an at-will state, which means at will, we will let your ass go. We just can't say it's because of your fucking ideology, your fucking whatever. We can't say that, but we can say we don't like your performance. And you could be like, well, what does that mean? I don't have a job where I perform. I sleep for a living. They'll be like, we don't like it. You gotta go. And there is no real recourse there.
No.
Anything and everything is a fireable offense in this state. Now, in a lot of other states, it's not that case where there's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers that all these companies have to go through in order to like terminate you. Otherwise, they have to do all these other things, basically to like try to rehabilitate the situation, not because they want you to look good and want you to be successful, but because they don't want they don't want to have to pay unemployment. Yeah. Because if you get fired for something that's not legitimate, you can go for unemployment, and then they have to pay that. Yeah. While you don't work for them. So, the performance manager, you would think it would be a guy that gets paid well and kill his fucking job, but the company that I work for is so small, and they just get all of the Amazons. Imagine. That'd be like this good weather shit tomorrow, Microsoft being like, look guys, we're shutting down, we're going to give you everything and run it all. You guys want to do that? And we're like, sure. Could you imagine? Like running Microsoft starting tomorrow?
Yeah, no.
Exactly. So, like, that's what it felt like when I realized how the company was operating. For example,
I can imagine
when this happened, where I had this situation,
pretty difficult.
Where I had this situation where I had to go fire this guy, which is on my 5th day.
Yeah.
I'm shook. Then, from this point on, I have to wait for my relief. I got to work my 8-hour shift, and then my relief is going to come in. And the way this job is you can't leave if your relief doesn't show up. And they explained this to me in the recruiting situation. They're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's a post situation. If you leave, it's automatic termination, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. They didn't say any kind of, like, stipulation past the point, but they made it seem like it was really dire if you left and there was nobody there securing the building. Like, you don't ever want to leave a building unguarded as security. And what I mean by that is, like, you could be a lower level guy and the manager be there and walk the fuck out. The manager got to run that shit, like, into the fucking ground if he has to. But you're just a low level grunt. But if that manager walks out, now you're the biggest dick on the block. And you run the show now. And that's literally how the shit works until a manager shows up to take over for you to help you out. And there's all these other Richards that are supposed to be in the area because we're a region that can come and cover these situations. So, after my 8-hour shift rolls by, right on like the 8:05 mark, 8 hours and 5 minutes, I'm like waiting to punch out. Nobody shows up. Now, this is like, I want to say it was a morning shift that I worked. And so I was like, I can't remember now what the times of the shifts. Do you remember what times like the morning shift would have?
So you would have been getting out at 2.
Okay, so this is like 2 like 10, 2:05. Yeah, 2:10, 2:05. I just remember being there like at like what 6, 7.
6, yeah.
Yeah, 6, something like that. All right. So my point is I'm rolling out like 2:05, but I gotta wait for there's 2 guards that are supposed to show up. I have been working with myself, and then all the morning people eventually left, so I was by myself for majority of the day. Now I'm waiting for shift change. Shift change comes, 1 guy shows up, and I'm thinking, okay, that's my relief. Then he tells me that he's the relief technically for the guy that isn't, he was the relief for the guy that got fired. Because there was going to be 2 of us working on this shift.
So not your relief.
So not my relief. So now I'm waiting still for my relief.
But you can't leave now that he's there? As long as there's 1 dude patrolling or no?
So look. So I'm there and I'm at this situation and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to leave, blah, 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 blah. So I go to leave my thing and the guy explains to me, like, you can't leave because your relief isn't here. So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's still like leaving the situation. Again, because I don't know how it all really works. They just tell me you can't leave a post unattended. So I'm like, oh, okay, so my relief's not here. And I'm realizing like the logic of the situation. I was supposed to be working with this other person. There was supposed to be 2 of us being relieved at this point. Yeah. And now it's only 1 of us. So the kid that I'm working with at like, I'm probably there another hour and a half, 2 hours, dips. Because this kid don't give a fuck about his job. I had never met this kid before yet. I'd seen him at shift change, but I'd never really talked to him like that. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
It's not the one that I fired. There was 2 of them that didn't give a fuck about the job. One of them was there a lot longer than... He was tall. And he worked with his dad. He had like little side hustles he would be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That motherfucker didn't give a fuck about his job halfway through walks.
No.
So now I'm by myself. Nobody shows up. Bro, for like 29 hours I was there. Because I was afraid to leave.
That's not even legal, is it?
Finally, eventually, I get a hold of this man. And on his vacation, he came in.
Yeah.
Bro, that's nuts.
Yep.
So again, you're not even legally allowed to do that, are you?
Bro, so this is what happened. They end up freaking out on him. Like it was his fault, even though there was all these steps that go in play when he's not there. Again, like if he died, like the company doesn't it doesn't stop. Like it's contract, Amazon, like come on, nigga, you don't matter. So like there's all these things that are supposed to be in play, and none of them went through. And now my manager, who is on a vacation that he was supposed to be going on, that had been approved, that had been in the works for fucking a while.
Be taken care of, like.
Oh wow, that was the whole point. I get hired on, and all this other stuff was like there's a whole team still. Only one guy was getting removed, and one guy was getting added. So it wasn't like
seems pretty simple.
Everything else was business as usual. So no numbers had changed. So now this motherfucker is back at the site. After I do 29 hours there.
Real quick, where were you? Like were you far?
No, it was more of a staycation. I always did staycations.
Just off of work. So.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, that sucks.
But no, this was the other thing. Like, he didn't so we didn't really know each other beyond the 4 days that we worked together, and it was great. Like I fucked with him. He was cool as shit, but he was still just like a new boss to me. But he was really helpful and like everything. But I couldn't get a hold of him, and I knew he was on vacation, and so I called the performance manager first, and the performance manager didn't answer. Then I called him again, and he didn't answer. Then I texted him again, and he didn't answer. Then I called him like 10 times throughout the course of the night.
Yeah. You're probably like, bro.
Nah, I think I was actually dead to the world at that point.
So this motherfucker didn't know.
Just slumped, huh?
No. This man didn't know. Well, that too. But he had a fucking switch on his phone. Oh, do you remember this?
Yes, I was new to the iPhones and I didn't know there was a silent button.
Really?
That gets pushed in.
So his work, like his fucking phone that everybody is hitting
your
him
alarms, everything, like none of your sounds.
None of his sounds. So everybody was like, dude, like just call, you gotta just call, blah, blah, blah. Because I was calling other people. I'm like looking through the phone book. I'm calling people. I'm like, call Richard. I'm calling him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And I don't even know him really like that. But now I'm like, all these motherfuckers suck. So when he finally wakes up and he's like, dude, you're still there? What's going on? Like, he was asleep. He answers the phone because he must have woke up in my phone. I don't know, but I know I was calling him in the time that he, like...
You probably saw, like, 10 missed calls.
No, yeah.
Like, probably,
my ritual the whole time when I was there, because they give you, like, a phone that I have to answer, was when I get up, I look at the phone instantly to see what's going on, make sure I didn't miss a call or miss any texts or something like that.
This motherfucker had a whole fucking...
I seen Angelo.
Like, what did you think when you looked at it? You were probably like, bro, what the fuck?
I was like... Honestly, I was thinking worse. I was like, maybe somebody like died in his family. He's like, man, I gotta go, kid. And I was like, all right, I gotta call him back.
That's what it was. Yeah. At this point, I had just given up on life. I'm just sitting at the desk, like waiting for somebody to answer. I was just like, fucking, nobody's gonna answer. I would just sit here. And this is what's happening to me while he's sleeping and I'm in there losing my shit.
You're sleeping.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep at the desk. That's the other rule. Do not fall asleep. Yeah. Immediately terminated. You can't be asleep. Immediately they cut
like
you.
30 hours.
Bro, so I'm like trying to think of how this fucking shit overlaps, right? And none of it is making sense. So I'm like, I'm chugging coffee. Dude. And then people are
like banging your head against the fucking wall.
People worked, left, came back, and we're like, damn. dude, like, what shift do you work? And I'm like, bro, I ain't left.
You're like all of them.
I look like a fucking cracked out chicken. Like, I ain't going anywhere. I ain't seen the sun in 3 damn days. Like,
Dude, let me out.
yo, straight up. So
Did you at least get to like be outside a little bit and like eat, like fucking?
at the time, I was so scared of leaving the desk if something happened. So no, I stayed there the whole time. I did not leave. I went to the bathroom one time in the 29
You
hours.
have to go to the bathroom,
But
get food or
but
something.
this is the
Crazy.
thing. This is the thing. While that was all happening, I'm fucking like, people are coming in like, bro, blah 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 blah, bro. Like,
What do you do?
And I didn't leave. And then somebody was like, what? You didn't leave? What do you mean you didn't leave? I was like, yeah, like I came in when you came in yesterday, and they were like, I came in at 6 yesterday.
You're like, yeah.
I was like, yeah, yeah, or
We're well
whatever
aware.
time they came. I was like, yeah, I've been here since like then. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? And then finally he calls me back. I see he's calling and I answer. And he's like, what's going on, man? What's going on? And I was like, bro, I'm still here. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Rich, I'm still at work. Like, I'm here. Like I didn't get to leave. Like, he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I didn't get to go home. I'm still here. Nobody came to relieve me. And what's his face walked. He's like, what do you mean? What's his face walked? I'm like, well, they had me do this. He's like, what do you mean they had you fire so and so? I was like, he's like,
You're just like,
what
do
the
you mean,
fuck are
bro?
you
What
talking
is
about?
going
He's
on?
Now-
like, there's a guy.
learning.
And now he's telling
Yeah,
me,
what,
he's
what
like,
else,
where's
what
the
else are you
PM?
thinking in this moment? You're like, what is this?
Well,
What do you mean?
So all of this is happening, and I'm just thinking, like, where are all these support steps that were set in place? Because
Sure, yeah.
now it's fell all the way to the bottom, and it shouldn't have been that way.
This
You
is
think there's, like,
literally
protocols
his, like,
and,
yeah.
you know?
this is like maybe his 3rd day on vacation.
Yeah, because I was put in that support block, and I always made sure that when somebody called, I picked it up and I helped out that person's
definitely.
building.
Yeah, because that's what would happen. Like, somebody would go on vacation, so now Rich is in charge of his building, and then he would field the other building. Like, if there was call-offs, he might go and cover a post, because he's salary, so, like, the company
Yeah, yeah.
expects that from him.
Yeah.
So what'd you tell him on the phone? Like how?
Oh, he was like, I'm on my way. I'm coming in right now. Like, he was like it was automatic. He didn't.
Yeah.
So you just came in as the relief. You didn't like get
Yeah,
anybody else.
yeah. So it's not that my company per se had that I had to come in. It was because shit was so bad, and the way that they would do this sometimes is they would blame me
I say
for
it,
it.
it's
It was
your
flipping on
responsibility
me.
to
Yeah.
have it covered either
Yeah.
way.
So,
Which it
and I
should have
saw
been,
that
as you
in my
said.
first week. I don't really notice, man. So I leave, and then finally, because he comes in, I leave, and at this point, the vice president of the company is calling my phone.
You're like, hello.
Because I talked to the PM finally, and I guess he talked to the vice president. Now the vice president is like literally calling me, like, and I'm talking to him.
I'd be kind of mad if I were you. I'd be like, bro, this is
Dude,
not
but
acceptable.
now the vice president, bro, he sounded like the coolest guy ever. This
Okay.
motherfucker was like, if that ever happens, you walk,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Okay. Do
You
you know
don't
him? Is he
stand.
cool?
He's like, you don't work. He's like, we can't. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, we can't expect nothing more than 16 hours from you at most.
That's
like
what I
blah
would
blah blah
think,
blah
even
blah.
as
Legally,
a-
like blah blah, and you're still entitled to your lunches,
That's what I'm
your
thinking,
breaks.
bro.
Da 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 da. He's like, I don't care. I don't care. That is not your safety, your health, blah blah. So I'm like, oh, this is how.
I'd be like, cool.
And then he was like, were you okay driving home? Blah, blah, blah,
Dude,
blah,
yeah,
blah. Like, he
good.
was
Okay,
like,
cool.
dude,
Yeah.
he's like, because that's what
nice.
he was saying.
That's
He's like,
nice.
if something happened to
He
you
was
driving
playing
home,
his
like,
game.
could you imagine?
It could be
like,
liable, you know. You know.
well, that's what it was.
That's
It
what-
wasn't like,
He was
it
doing
wasn't.
that
That's ultimately what it came down
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
That's 100% what it was. And that's what happened.
It wasn't
So
like a
after,
genuine.
after
concern, you
I
don't
get
think?
done talking to him, this motherfucker gets chewed out.
Damn,
Chewed out.
What'd they
On
say to you?
vacation that they approved and they haven't said, like, we're going to cover.
Right. What'd they say to
Bruh.
you?
It was more along the lines like should have been set up. This person should have been informed and stuff like that. And I was like, I did all that.
Right.
That's-
Like 3 times over with multiple buildings.
And as I got down to my vacation, I'm like, is this still good? Is this still good? Is this still good? And it was
Just
like, yeah,
following
every
up,
time.
double checking for sure.
And to add for context, less than I know this, less than 2 miles away, less than 2 like on foot miles, like not like fucking by the way the crow
Like
flies,
steps.
like just like 2 mile steps, like because I ran there to cover somebody else's shift one time because this had happened there where there was like nobody to relieve, and like I went and helped out and covered
you
the shift.
ran there?
I ran on foot, bro.
That's wild.
So this is my point. Like this is my point. That's how close there was help. Because that building was fully staffed while I was understaffed by a landslide, and they were the building that was supposed to be covering his building.
And you didn't have any way
In
of
the event
contacting
that
them?
all these things fall apart, that building was supposed to delegate. If that building can't, then the next building. But because
And you
they
weren't
were
in contact with any of them?
dude, this is my 5th day, and at no point, because again, the company doesn't explain that to you as a grunt. Like, the manager will know that, and the manager will talk to the other manager and be like, hey, man, I'm going on vacation. Is there any way you can help fill my building, blah, 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 blah. So then this is what that manager will say. That manager will say, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And Rich says, oh, well, maybe I'll work. I usually check in with my guys, blah, 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 blah. You don't need to go over there, but maybe could you just call over there and check in with the guys and just call the desk and see if everything's good, everybody needs anything, because they might not do that, blah, 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 type shit.
When you're gone, is there a manager in your place, or is just kind
Well,
of like
yeah.
They're
Essentially,
supposed to
when I'm doing my vacation stuff, the thing they want to know is who did I talk to that is going to be covering my stuff.
Okay.
Who's going to pick that up? Which I've had that in place every time, which is the guy literally stone throw down the road.
Okay.
And
he's the same position as Richard. It's not like he's like a lower level employee or anything like that.
So you just weren't in contact with that guy at all?
No, because that guy was supposed to be in contact with me, but also I did get his number from him.
Yeah.
I just didn't think to call it at first. I eventually call
Gotcha.
it. This man also doesn't answer because he doesn't know me and doesn't care. That's the thing at the time.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
So, dude, that's how it was. Like, he didn't answer the phone because it's not his fucking problem. And he doesn't, like, I don't know. Like,
Well, it should be his kind of problem.
100%.
yeah.
100%. It's his job. It's not his problem. It's not only his job. It's his
Yeah.
literal job. Because this is the thing. It's not like he's off. He's at work.
That's
down the
what
road.
In
So
my
he
mind,
can
now, like,
leave
if you're
his
gone,
building
there
and
should be
then-
someone you can kind of like go to.
Yeah.
Like,
His big thing was, well, you should tell Richard when Richard gets back. And
Because we would call this guy eventually when I got to know him. We would call him and I'd be like, hey, man, like, since you're the AM, like, blah, 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 this is going on. And I don't know how to do this. And he'd be like, oh, all right. Well, when's Richard get back? And I'm like, well, he doesn't come back until, like, next Wednesday. He's like, oh, dude, it'll be okay until then. Well, it should be okay until
I'd be
then.
like, bro, that's why I'm
He's like,
asking
if you have any other issues, honestly, you might have to go up to Mark about it. But honestly, Richard will be able to help you.
Does
You
that
can
sound
just
right?
call
Was
Richard.
he
You can call
kinda,
Richard
like,
now.
Yeah.
You can call
subpar,
Richard now.
you
Don't
know,
bother. He
at the
don't
job.
care. So then I would just hit Richard up while he be away. I was like one of the few that would
Yeah.
like bother him, but like he was okay with it. He was never like, I won't even say bother him. I would ask him for help and he would help me even though he was off. So he was always doing that when all these other people that were supposed to be doing that and getting paid to do that
So,
wouldn't.
bro, that's none of your, you know,
no, yeah.
nothing you
I
do.
wouldn't get fed up at the guys. I would get fed up that this guy that's supposed to be covering me is doing this.
But it's now you're getting bitched at for it. But I imagine you're not like,
Oh,
who's fucking this guy? I
no,
imagine you were like,
I didn't get bitched at for it because my bosses didn't care. They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't really
I
care.
thought you said you got like chewed out for it.
No. So
Okay, so it wasn't that bad then?
Okay, this is what I saw, right? I saw this man really upset. Like, whole demeanor changed. When I like came back, because I was off the rest of that day, and then the next day I was off already, and then the next day I came back, and that was going to be his first day back from vacation.
yeah.
So I come back, he's back from vacation, and at this point, he's got emails, all this stuff, and then all these things had happened, and now he's down guards, too, also. Like, the other guy is gone. The other guy is, like, making threats now. The one that walked halfway through the shift, now he's, like, trying to show back up and making threats and doing dumb stuff. And so now he can't...
Threats, bro.
Just, like, acting stupid, like, saying, like, I'll catch you here, I'll catch you outside there.
He
like,
wasn't
just,
like, I'm going to shoot this bitch up.
No. He didn't say nothing wild like that. But he was just like, oh, I'll see you around. I'll see you. Not to me, but like just like to other guards there that were not even guards that he knew. Just like people that had gotten that were new hires.
Yeah.
So you didn't get in like a lot of trouble at all? Or like any, really?
This is the thing about the company. You're not going to, like, what trouble are they going to give him if they don't have anybody else like him to work. So this is the thing.
That's what I'm asking. Like, what did they tell you? Or like, did they give you like any shit for it, or they just kind of like tell you like?
They always
have, like, a talk?
They would tell
They
you.
always give you shit, but it's not gonna be like, oh well, do better or anything like that. They just give you shit, and then I just gotta roll with it. Essentially.
So you just get like talked to, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. Well, they would beat into my brain that like this is Metro, this is how Metro does things, type stuff. It's
so there was points
Yeah,
when
if I were you, I'd be like, well, I did the stuff. Be like, I did what you asked.
well, that's the thing is
I
that
wouldn't
what
say
I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that
they
to
would
them.
downplay me all the time,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
I've done everything you've asked.
That's the part
So
that'd be
how
kind of
am I
frustrating.
being at the bottom when I should be at your top?
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't say that either. In my head, I'd be thinking that. I'd be like, I fucking did that.
Oh, it got
well,
to
he
the
eventually
point.
did have it.
Yeah.
He did say it.
Well,
Because,
good, yeah, good. I mean, I guess there's a line.
dude, it
you
got
gotta-
crazy, though. Like,
Bro, does he know? I'm sure he knows about that crazy lady you were telling me about. The one who like tried to get you fired, and I think did get you fired.
Baka daka laka.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
that evil ice cream bitch. Does
I'm
he
sure.
know
I'm
about
sure,
her?
I'm
Does
sure,
he know
well,
about
well,
her?
I was gonna say. I'm
Does
sure
he
you got more
know
stories
about her?
than he does. I'd like just from
Well,
what I've heard from him. Like,
So
she was
when
crazy.
I can't remember. I remember this very fondly. So when she came in as manager, it started. It was just. It was weird.
The tide shifted,
and then so what she would do is she would find like these very minute details that we're slipping up on, and go to LP and tell LP this needs to be fixed. This
So the
needs to be
people that
fixed.
are essentially like the people
That's
that
the
talk our
loss
contract.
prevention?
That's Amazon.
But yeah, so she's
That's
like
LP.
the GM. So essentially, all these managers, like LP there, the support teams, they all kind of flow into her.
Gotcha.
So
She's the queen.
Yeah, she's the
Literally the
bee.
queen.
Yeah,
She was the ice queen.
Yeah. So
And now she pops up on my Facebook, suggested people you may know.
oh man,
I hate it.
she would always inflict wrath on everybody. So if somebody under their team stopped and talked to security for like 5
Just like
seconds,
anything. It was like a power
it's,
trip thing.
why are you sitting here talking with security? They're busy.
Yeah.
You got to go do your job. Why aren't you doing your job?
But bro, she would walk by, like, she would go fill her cup up, and she would come by with a cup, and she wouldn't even go fill it up. She'd go in the room and make it look like she's going to fill the shit up, and then she'd just come right back with the cup, and you'd be like, that shit's empty.
No, what
And-
she does.
It's like it's a clear cup. There's just like
bro,
nothing
but
to
she
it.
tell her what she's doing, because I would be like, what the
just
fuck?
So-
just eavesdropping on everybody.
No, listen,
so she
listen.
would come through with the cup closed because essentially when they come through, we're supposed to say, "Hey, can I see you in your cup?" Because
she was
they-
testing you.
Yes,
Bruh, and I'm
actively every day.
Jeez, bro, that gets so annoying.
So he told me like
I mean, I get once
he
in a
told me
while,
ahead of
maybe,
time
just to,
like
like,
she's gonna
keep
do
you on-
this,
keep you
this
on
is
your
gonna happen,
toes,
this is
but
gonna happen,
that's
this is gonna
excessive.
happen.
Yeah.
Yo, I fucking did that shit the one day. She like I was like, "Can I see inside? I'm sorry, could I?" She was like, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, yeah.
Shows it to me. I was like, "Okay, very good." And then she just keeps walking, and then she's like,
There's like vodka in there.
she acted like it was kind of annoying that I stopped her. To, like, it was like kind of like she
yes, that's
she would
her
do
thing.
this thing like.
You got to do this, but if you stop me,
It's like no matter what you do, yeah.
Bro,
You
so
can't
I
really
was
win,
like,
guess.
wait a
Seems like
minute.
one of those
I'm
situations.
gonna
What
give you
the
shit.
fuck is happening? So I would that shit would catch me so off guard because like, what is that dynamic? Why do you want me to do my job, but then when I do it, you want to be mad at me for doing it or
It's
give
just
me
the power
like
trip,
a weird
bro. Yeah,
exactly.
she's just on a
Yeah.
power trip.
So
yeah.
Bro,
so
you told me you
I-
thought she was like stealing stuff on the wall. Huh?
I thought a lot of shit about that lady.
Do you have
I
any,
thought a lot of shit about that
do
lady.
you ever see her try to snatch something or
No,
like act shady or something?
no.
I got her on camera stealing a Coke. I got her on camera stealing a Coke, and I recorded it, and
Oh my
that was
God.
the end of the end of the situation when I had finally
Damn.
switched companies. But no,
Damn, nice.
yeah. But I was in there the one day, and I was trying to like be more engaging with the people because I would be working 16-hour shifts because there was all this overtime available because we had no guards, which was so cool because we were allowed to run the overtime. But then that was another thing he would get shit on for, like, yeah, well, there's overtime, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you're down, people, but we can't be like,
Paying
I
people
can't have
extra.
these guys doing 80 hours because they're paying so
But
much
this motherfucker
more.
did 60 alongside with me, and then he's making X amount of money, and I'm making 3 times the amount of that.
Yeah.
Doing like 5 more hours than him, and
Jeez.
like yeah.
I
Like
mean, good for your sake. But.
So there's other guys that were hungry and wanted that money, and we were all down to work it. So he would work like.
Yeah, why would I
his-
come in and
You still would do
and
like
do
55,
free
60
labor,
hours. You still
essentially?
did it.
Yeah.
You just weren't doing 80 hours.
No, but you guys need the money,
And we were running
and
that
you
shit
can get
up.
paid for it.
Dude,
so like,
we were running it up. And that shit was beautiful.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. He would make sure, like, because the other buildings could come and get the overtime if they want, but it would always, like, be prioritized to the guards that work there first. And he would always be like, yeah, you want that? Like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, man, nobody's coming in. We're not hiring anybody, blah, blah. Is it cool if I just make the schedule for the next blah, blah, blah? And fucking, yeah. I mean, you see me do it how many fucking times? Like, yeah, if you want to try it out. So I learned how to make the schedule and shit. And then I would hit him up and be like, hey, man, so-and-so wants overtime, blah, 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 blah. He'd be like, yeah, but throw it down if they want to, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, I mean, I'll cover it if they don't show up for it, blah, 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 blah. He'd be like, all right, man, cool. So
You're just putting yourself in the schedule.
Dude, I would loved it. I loved when I would fill up that shit and it would just be my name.
oh,
loved
but
it.
you know who didn't love
Oh, boy.
The lady?
Sarah.
Yeah.
Is that a different woman?
This
Yeah.
is another security guard.
She's so Sarah's a special specimen, I would say.
The old
It's
SS?
not her real name, but we'll call her Sarah for this story.
She acts all
Special specimen Sarah.
no, but she would act all
Triple S.
nice and everything, and then she
Allegedly.
learns that somebody else got something, and then woo.
Yo, so this lady would be at work, and she would go out. She had to work in the guard shack. She was like the manager of the guard shack, which was a domicile outside of the building that was in a truck yard where with the trailers for Amazon and big rig trucks that you see.
Yeah.
Okay.
She worked there where like when they come in, she would be like she didn't really have to do a whole lot, but Amazon would check them in. And then she would just kind of walk around and make sure that no truckers are getting out, walking around. And if they are, they're walking in the designated zones that they're allowed to be.
Yep.
Nobody's stealing anything. Nobody's breaking into the fence line, stuff like that. So she would just, like, but it's, none of that ever happened because, again, we're at a warehouse in the middle of nowhere. So if there's people breaking in, like, it's a serious situation, but also it never
It's
would
like a
happen.
robbery.
Like, it's really, you came a long way to do that.
Yeah.
So she would be outside and she would bitch her ass off about all this overtime they would force on her. Wow. They made me work 60 hours this week. And the lady was in, I'll say, I don't even know how old she was. Like, I don't even know how old she was. She was probably like 60.
Like an older?
She's probably 60.
She was.
Because she didn't take
60.
care of herself, so she was probably like 60, 61, 62, but looked like she was in her late 70s.
But would she get mad when you guys were working the overtime?
At first, no. She'd be like, go ahead, you can have it. I'm tired. I'm
like
getting
she-
pneumonia.
Sounds like she doesn't want it.
Well, what she would tell me is like, oh yeah, I need the overtime, and she would take it, but then
And
when
complain about it?
Yeah, when she's in with them, that she would complain about it.
Yeah.
Yo, so
That's
she'd be
crazy.
complaining her ass off about this shit, but I had no idea because she was always on her phone, which we were allowed to be. You weren't supposed to be on it. You weren't supposed to be on it. You weren't supposed to be. Thanks.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to be on your phone, but like it was like not a big deal as long as the old lady that comes through with the cup. As long as the ice queen doesn't catch you on it, you're cool to go. Like everybody at Amazon didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came through. It was the end of the world. You on that phone, but
She's
anybody
begging on the streets, bro.
and she would try to like pop out. You would see her just walk out, and you have camera footage, so like you can see every fucking move she makes from the time she leaves her seat in her office to the time she comes out and tries to like.
You can see her in her office.
Where the cameras are, you can't see her all the way up in her office, but you can see her
Like when
office
she
door. The
leaves?
second when that
Yeah.
door opens up, or if it's open, sometimes because she would rearrange her desk, and sometimes, but there was one time the way her desk was, you could see her desk and like her hand kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like you would know she's in that joint.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And there would be times because
You
like
just see the activity.
there'd be times like you'd be working, you might go on lunch, and she might have came in when she wasn't there all day, and now she's there when you were outside on lunch or something, and you
She's
didn't
like,
realize
oh,
she's
you're not
there.
working,
So now you can see on the camera like, boom, oh yeah, Baka's in there because there was nobody in her office all day, and now the doors maybe closed, but the lights were on.
Mm.
You could see that shit on the cameras. The cameras at that Amazon were pretty decent.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
They were nice. You could see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And they got
JB,
even crazier
bro, he's
as the
trying to
time
make
went
sure
on.
his shit's secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the one lady, she's outside on her phone all the time, and she's sitting there, and she'd come in and she'd ask like for a couple bucks to get like a lunch or a Coke and stuff, and
The old lady?
yeah, I would like help her out with it like every once in a while, or somebody else would help her out with it. And then there was one person that worked for Amazon that would just lend her money. Like straight up give her like $40 here, give her $60 there, give her $150 one time.
That's nice.
Yeah. He was a really nice guy, but he also worked in the truck yard. He was one of the truck associates, so he worked with her all the time. So he'd see her all the time. He was an older guy, but he was really nice.
Maybe he's trying to smash too.
No. Nah, he was cool. This is the guy. He's actually the guy that
He's
actually the guy that was the lawyer that told me the information to like talk to the DA about Michaela's stuff. He was like, remember I told you that like with her
I don't know if I remember that guy.
Oh, so dude, there was a guy when the accident happened with, y'all don't know, we'll talk about it in another episode.
Yeah.
But accident happened, and none of the charges, there was no charges basically attached to it. They were all like minor charges, no criminal charges. But this lady hit my lady on New Year's driving crazy fast in a residential area, hit my girl and her little sister in a car. I'll say they were in a car. They didn't hit their bodies or like head on, but hit them in a car.
It was a car accident.
Yeah, bad one, a real bad one. And they end up in the hospital and stuff. And then the lady ended up being on like 4 different scheduled drugs. So that's
yeah, how's that not a criminal charge?
And well, she got a DUI, but that was it. She didn't get anything for hitting the girls. Nothing. There was nothing else. She just got a DUI. Just driving under the influence. The same thing you would get if you drank a couple beers and left and got pulled over. That kind of thing is what she got.
I don't know what the charge is, like vehicular, like assault or something. Like
so there are things like that,
something.
but there were none of those charges, and we were shook because essentially the
that's
charges
the
that were attached to the situation were fucking like this lady was just gonna get like, it's called in this state it's called ARD. It's like she was gonna get this ARD program because she was a first offender, and mind you, she was on 4 scheduled drugs and she blew almost 3 times the legal limit. 3 times. She blew over 2 times the legal limit. Yeah, almost crazy. 3. And she had driven from a bar that was pretty far away and was going to another bar to pick up her friends. So think about that. She was that fucked up, made it all the way there because she was right. This accident happened right out front of the bar that she was supposed to be picking her friends up at. So she made it all the way there and then crashed right there in front of it, and the rest is history. But the point is no charges were attached, and I was off of work in the hospital and doing all this stuff, and he was helping and fielding all this crazy shit. And finally I get back to work, and I tell him about it, and I'm talking about it to him out loud, and like telling him all this shit that happened with the lady and everything. And this guy is walking by, and he hears it. He hears this stuff, and he doesn't say nothing, and he walks out. And then Sarah's in, the lady that was out in the shack, the lady that bitches all the time, and she was hearing all this stuff, and she told everybody. She would just nonstop. She was just a shit starter. So she goes out to the car. She's telling everybody, because everybody liked me. They all knew me. So she's telling them the whole thing, and the guy that had walked by had heard it. Like, I had no idea, but he ends up coming in later, and I always would say what's up to him when he would be making his coffee and stuff or getting his drink. He would get sodas, and I would always say what's up to him and talk to him. So everybody in there, but I would always say what's up to this guy because he was super nice. And he came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, I don't want to be blah blah blah, but I heard what you were saying, blah blah blah. You mind telling me more about it? I used to be a lawyer. I was a lawyer for 30 years." And I was like, "What?" So I tell him everything, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so this is really common, and a lot of people don't know this, but essentially, what'll happen is like if and this is just good knowledge to know for everybody out there, but if your loved one or somebody, like anybody, is injured in an accident that somebody else it happened, like somebody else caused, and let's say that person was intoxicated or whatever the case may have been, under the influence of something that led them to crash, or even made like a bad move and elicited, like made something, like cut you off in a lane when they didn't have to, or had road rage, whatever, but caused harm to you. And if you're not like immediately dead, and that person like if it's like if you're in an area where there's a lot of crime and stuff, like, a lot of times things will get overlooked. I'm not saying that, like, all police don't do their jobs. I'm just saying that in a lot of situations, there's a lot of things that get overlooked. And in this specific situation, they didn't follow up with any of the, like, situation what happened with the girls after they had left the scene of the crime. So there was no going to the hospital to see if they were okay. There was no, like, finding out what was the, like, situation of them. Because this is the thing. And often more than not, when an accident happens, if the people aren't dead and they're coherent, not if they're, like, with it and everything, but if they're alive and their arms aren't, like, your arms aren't open and you're not fucking blown out and blood leaking out and everything, and you just get in an ambulance and roll off, and, like, say you have real bad internal damage that nobody knows about, like, the police might not always follow up, and so you might not always, like, see any kind of charges because the police didn't know about, like, that. So this is the thing. There's obviously DUI charges, but then there's DUI versions of assault where you can, like, assault somebody with your car. It's called, like, it's DUI. It's like a DUI vehicular assault or vehicular assault or something like that. Either way, there's charges that are associated with it, and they're felonious charges, means they're felonies. So, yeah, so the charges for a DUI, often more than not, if it's your first one, is just a misdemeanor. Especially if nobody was involved and no other persons were injured or, like, significant damage was done. And even in those cases, it's usually, like, civilly litigated and not something that the state will pursue. So you often more than not, I'm talking like I know, but you often more than not will be in a situation where, like, if you, like, the state will pursue their own thing, and, like, maybe the people that you hit their house or something, they might pursue their own situation, like, civilly. But this is my point, is the police don't always follow up. And in this situation, this guy at the job, he was, like, telling me this. He said the police probably don't know that the girls, like, because one of them had to have, my girl, she had to have, like, significant surgery, like, in an emergency one to save her life, because she had really bad internal bleeding that was, like, going to kill her. So they saved her life, but they, in the process, like, fucked her up. And, I mean, thank the Lord that they saved her, and all the people that worked on her, thank God. But the thing is, like, none of the associated consequences were going to follow because, like, the police didn't know. And so you can call the DA and tell them, like, hey, blah, 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 they're in the hospital, like, you can call the doctors, blah, 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 this and the other. And sure enough, this lady who thought she was getting off, like, she was literally posting on Facebook, like, later that week, because she wasn't injured at all in the accident. And when I say the lady, I'm talking about the one who caused the accident. She was posting on Facebook, like, partying and stuff. Now she finds out she's looking at, like, fucking 20 years in jail, where she was getting, like, 3 fucking, a couple months of probation. So just to say, like, that's all because a guy at work, like, like, that shit was crazy. But the guy at work, this is a dude that told me this at work that was just a fucking lawyer that would, I can't believe I never told you that. But, yeah, this dude fucking, another dude that I met at the fucking place that I was working at. But
at the job.
Yeah. But long story short, I met the homie at the job. He's the shit. This is my boy, ride or die for life. This is my other dude that this guy I also kind of met through a job in a way.
True.
So shout out to the workforce. You'll find family there, believe it or not.
Yeah.
If you embrace and you are blessed with good people, it doesn't always fucking. There's a lot of variables involved.
You have a good attitude about it.
But also people, like, you got to have quality people, because, for example, I've worked with a lot of people, but they're not all in this room, and they probably will never be like that. I don't fuck with all of them, most of them. But that's what I'm saying. There is a lot of good people out there, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, bro. Co-ed bathrooms, crazy. The job we work out for now is super laid back and dope. Amazon's wild.
Yeah.
Metro's crazy, allegedly. Watch out.
Allegedly.
But, yeah, Rich. This motherfucker be on the video game circuit like crazy. And I also am a big video game nerd, so for everybody that's up to this point in the podcast, thanks for listening. But at this point, bro, what is, if you had to, you could only play 5 video games for the rest of your life, or ever. You could no, let me say ever. And I know that's like a loaded question. So the 5 you give me don't necessarily need to be the golden 5 because like you might think later like fuck I don't even fuck with that game like I fuck with this one. But just in this immediate in the immediate space of games you fuck with, not necessarily be like the games you're playing now. It might be, but
just current mindset of what they would be.
Top 5 all time games you could never play any other game, but you have all the knowledge in terms of like you're gonna be like as good as you were when you played those games and enjoyed them the way you enjoyed them, whether it be now or past. Whatever, you'll be at that level to enjoy that game. So it's not like for example, if you played like a crazy ass like strategy game that you really enjoyed, like you might think not to count that because like, oh well, if I only played Donkey Kong, I might not know how to play that. You see what I'm saying? So like you'll know your expert level to the level you play for any game, top 5 games for you. And again, like
so. My first one would have to be back in PlayStation 1 era, and may not very well be known to a whole lot, but it's Vandal Hearts. So Vandal Hearts is essentially
never played it.
Final Fantasy Tactics as a separate type of game.
What was the name? How do you spell it?
Vandal, Vandal, and then Hearts.
All one word or separate?
Separate.
But yeah, go ahead. You can. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was gonna bring it up.
But it was my first time ever playing like Final Fantasy Tactics style game, and it just really I enjoyed it.
Like this guy,
just kind of being able to essentially move pieces around the board that are essential players, and if they die, they're gone. You don't have them anymore. Can't get them back.
Was it like fight based, or what was the kind of like premise, or was there like a storyline?
Yeah, there was a storyline. Essentially, it's like you're part of this kingdom where this kingdom gets like a new king.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, like the
so because of this new king coming in, certain people are on this kind of way, whereas the old way is now kind of dying.
Okay.
So it's just kind of fighting to... the two sides are fighting because the one side just doesn't want that king to continue to be on the throne. So
he's getting like overthrown, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like a revolution.
Yeah, it was like...
The story deep though? Because I know like back in those days the games would be deep as fuck, right? Because they didn't have all the fucking technology to throw into the gameplay aspect always. So they would
just all the writing.
Stories would be insane, character voices.
Yeah, I can see that.
Music was a big deal back in games, like back in like that era
we gotta
specifically.
find, which you would probably know. We gotta try to find like some cool like old video game sounds to sample, like
100%.
make beats out of. You would probably know like some. I don't know what. I mean, from where I don't have anything specific in mind, but
and at this time, this is like the first game out of like ever playing like the old Sony Spider-Man games. This is like that journey. I'm journeying out of a comfort zone, not really knowing what's out there.
So how old do you think you were at this point?
Oh man, I had to be
just roughly. I mean, you could be fucking who knows.
I had to be like 9 or 10.
Oh fuck! Okay, so this is like one of those big impact.
Yeah,
games.
because
crazy impact.
You
said you're coming out of PS1 Spider-Man, bro. Them games were fun, but like, come on now.
Yeah, it's like
super linear, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, you went from that to that at that age. Holy shit! Yeah. I couldn't play those games. I tried. Like, I fucked with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Hard, but that was like those were like, come on, they were easier too.
No, yeah. So that's
wild.
Definitely a landmark.
Number one, Valhart, shout out.
Yeah, my second one would have to be
I'll look it up.
Legends of Dragoon, which is also PS1.
That one.
7 discs at the time, like,
back then, in the day, bro.
It was
with the
Final
case.
Fantasy with like 2 discs, but 7 discs.
And dude, that was also like how much of a beast do you feel like? Just like I fucking played a game and beat it that had 7 discs.
Yeah,
like that was an achievement. I remember playing one of the I think it was like, which Final Fantasy was it that was 3 discs or 4 discs? It was like was it 7?
I think it was 7.
Yeah, dude.
Was this maybe not like
Final Fantasy VII.
like Mortal
right?
Kombat, but like a combat type of
So it was like the
premise?
turn-based Final Fantasy. So they moved out of like that tactics, like 2D moving around a chessboard essentially, and they went to the 3D. You're kind of like standing in a line across from each other.
okay.
But this one was different because when you
like
do
this
an
kinda,
attack,
like this one.
you get a button that you have to push. That certain button changes and the timing changes. So you got to hit the timing,
Oh,
and then it'll
okay.
do a combo. That's the first.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Oh, shit.
This
they
is like a
never
whole
had-
new mechanic.
Yeah, they never had comboing
Boom.
before. So you got to hit XX square triangle,
Oh,
and then
fuck.
that's the combo. Or
But
it'll
it's
be
timed,
X
right, like-
X triangle. So you're getting
And you might be doing the same move, but
Yeah.
the combos are changing.
the timing's
Yeah,
changing.
you gotta, like, do it
so,
on the ti- on
like
the
where
time.
you got the XX square triangle.
It might be like a
it's-
delay.
Yeah, you get the XX
Ah.
triangle.
So you're like
Yeah.
XX, and then it was not that, and you're like, fuck.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like DDR or whatever. Like the things come,
Yeah,
come
and
in the frame. You gotta
if
hit
you
it.
miss, so depending because the combos go hit and it makes the number go bigger. So if you're missing those inputs, you're doing not that much damage.
Yeah, you're not.
So the fight goes on longer at that point.
Right, because you're like, fucking
Yeah,
just sitting
and
there.
so that would make boss battles
Impossible.
crazy.
Oh, look,
dude,
this
crazy.
this black edition. I think it's like, what is this?
Legend of
PlayStation 1, I think.
Yeah,
Selling for
Yeah,
$1,200,
PlayStation
1,300,
1.
bro.
$1,200.
Copy of this is $1,300.
yeah.
Legends of
Look at this
Dragoon.
one,
Okay,
bro.
so that's number 2.
Look at this one.
What?
Almost $5,000 for, I don't know what version this is.
Oh.
VGA 85 something.
Probably the 85th pressing or some shit.
Potentially, yeah.
Alright.
So number 3.
That's crazy, bro. I'm like shocked, honestly, on that. 'Cause
Yeah.
Not even like the game picks, but just like, that's such a crazy leap for games. That is such a wild leap. To go
And-
from Spider-Man to that shit.
Was Spider-Man in the list, or was that just like, were you just referencing?
No, it honestly
how
like
you-
at that time that was my favorite hero. Like, yeah,
that's-
Would that be in the top 5? The Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's my number 1.
Okay, shit. Okay.
He's my number 1.
For superheroes or for video games?
Superheroes.
Oh, okay.
But
but not in the video games. Not in the, top 5
the video games. What I liked about the video games is because I watched all the cartoons and stuff for like Spider-Man. The video games were like that cartoon Spider-Man just playing out. So
Okay.
you're doing the choices.
You're in it.
You're doing it all. So
So you thought like it translated well to like the video game,
yeah.
like a
Yeah,
playable
because
version.
nowadays sometimes you get a video type or like a video game that's based after a movie.
But it's just
and
way off. Yeah, it's just they
Yeah,
have
it's
so many
not
like
good.
different aspects to it.
Well, like they'll do the style different than like what
Or
the
yeah, styles.
the
or-
IP of the actual thing was.
True,
like,
that's a
or
big thing. Maybe they
They'll
can't
change
get
it to a girl, or
Yeah.
you'll be like you might not have like for Spider-Man. Not
You
this
might
didn't happen.
change it to a squirrel, bro. You never know.
But like Spider-Man, your webs might just not go. They might not stick to a wall, and you might not be able to use them the way Spider-Man would be
Yeah,
able to use
yeah.
them or something. The way he would use them,
Yeah,
or he might not tell jokes, and Spider-Man's kind of like zany or whatever.
Yeah,
like-
a little witty.
yeah. It's slapstick.
yeah.
But all right, number 3. If you had the,
So number 3. So
and are these in order? They don't have to maybe be in
Nah.
particular order. Just maybe
no, yeah. This is
in no particular order.
no particular order. It is kind of order for me
The way you're
because
thinking of it.
now essentially we're jumping from having a PS1
Yeah.
to at this time, PS2 came out, but then you had the Nintendo 64.
Dude, that shit was fire.
Boom.
I moved to
Boom.
the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, like Super Mario's on Nintendo 64.
It was 007 GoldenEye.
My motherfucking man. My
And
motherfucking
Fire.
man.
That
My
yes.
Motherfucking man.
So
Bro.
GoldenEye.
That was on PS2,
Preach.
right?
It was on
They re-released
Nintendo
it.
64.
I think I played that on
It
But
was-
they did
they
release
re-released
it. Yeah.
They definitely, but I played it only exclusively on 64 because that was, there it is with him across the joint.
Yep.
Bro, big head mode, laser paintball mode.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's
Holy
when
shit.
the modes were there.
Bro, breaking out of the prison,
Yes.
getting the keys
Well,
off the fucking guy, you remember that?
for me, it was the difficulty. So it was just super hardcore. Like you get shot like maybe 2 or 3 times and you're
Sound
down.
effects.
Dude.
And then
And that was back when you
could
had
do-
to watch the animations. You couldn't fucking skip through it.
Yeah. And this one you could do it with friends.
Bro.
It's not single player.
Bro.
You can and then you can do deathmatch and stuff like
Bro.
that. It was great.
I know everybody that grew up in that era.
Yep.
Bro. Everybody has a story for GoldenEye.
Yeah.
They had if you had a Nintendo 64
Yeah.
and you were like anywhere from probably I'll say 7 if your parents allowed for it, or you had a big brother or sister that had that shit, or you were like definitely 10 if you were 10 and had that and your parents were cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yo,
Holy
y'all got
shit.
a story. I already know. Everybody got one.
Yeah.
That's one of them ones. If you play video games and had Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
That was one of them ones.
Yeah, N64 was pretty big for me. Which leads into number 4.
Oh, it better be.
Number 4, I don't even remember the name, but I can tell you the premise
all right.
of this.
Maybe you could find it.
So,
Oh, I already know where you're going. We talked about it.
this one is it was a tank game. You get these certain tanks and you're rolling around the city.
Oh, what system? You remember?
N64.
Okay.
And I remember it was like red versus blue type thing. So you got the red tanks, the blue tanks, different types of medium light tanks and stuff like that. But
Let me know if any of these pictures ring a bell.
the commercial had the laundry detergent bear, like the teddy
snug-
bear.
the snuggle
Cottonelle,
one?
the
Yes,
Cottonelle.
yes.
Yeah.
It had him on the tank getting like blown up and
No
stuff
way.
like that. Yeah. So that's what I remember of that. But that was an iconic game for me because
Dude, what was the one that... Go ahead, sorry. Because...
just because it was the first type of thing, like warish tank kind of game that I ever played. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and you do kind of fuck with, like that kind of... A tank game is similar to, like, a mech game.
yeah.
It's like the early fucking footprint of a mech game.
Never done before.
And like the fossil
essentially.
record of
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
were to go from the evolution of fucking mech games.
Yes.
Tank that wow. I never really looked at it that way, but it is kind of like I could see yeah, dude, I wonder how many people that fuck with mech games fucked with tank games before like there was a lot of mech games, because I wonder that's probably a thing.
Yeah.
You said what games?
Mech games like
Mech?
Gundam, like Mech Warrior, like I don't know, like fucking
What is this?
help me out. What's some other ones? I'm leaving a bunch out.
Or what is mech short for? Like mechanical?
Mechanized.
Mechanized.
Yeah, mechanized.
Mechanized?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I'm saying this way off. I'm like, wait, no.
Alright. What was that, 3 or 4? I think 4.
That was 4.
Alright. If you had one to top it off, what do you...
Bad Fur Day. That was the fucking game I was thinking of when you said the Cottonelle thing. Wasn't it a game, Bad Fur Day?
Conquers.
A tank game?
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that it? How do you spell it? I
No,
can't
no.
think.
What was the one that had like... It had like a little teddy bear on the front with a helmet, and like... It was like a fucking violent like... team deathmatch type game. And it was like PS1, maybe PS... I think it was PS1, maybe PS2. You played as like stuffed animals.
Oh my goodness.
Look up a stuffed animal shooting game, or stuffed, like I don't know, like
I just looked up Tank Game with Teddy Bear.
Oh, no. Oh, you're looking up his thing. I forget. Either way, go ahead. Number 5. Which could be number 1. Sorry.
Could be number 3. Who knows?
Oh man.
Could eventually be number 12 when you get home and you're like, why the fuck did I pick that?
Yeah.
Damn it! I should have said that.
Yeah,
It's
you
all good, bro.
remember.
I only
You
gave
remember
you 5
another
to
game
go
that's
with, and
much
you're a
better.
gamer, so like we can have honorable mentions after the fact. But like, I don't want to leave out anybody.
It could just be a segment. We come back to the.
that
we
game.
have Rich
My
on
little
and-
brother's fucking went crazy for not
do the
even
video
No.
that game.
So next one, we've jumped in from heaven at N64 to now I'm coming into the new consoles, where it's Xbox and PS3. I think it was
Xbox, like with the X-shaped system.
Yeah.
That was with PlayStation 2.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah.
gotcha. So it was PlayStation 2 or Xbox, and I got an Xbox.
Oh, did you have the X-shaped one too?
Yeah.
My God, me too.
So, this was like the first space flight bounty hunting game. And usually when you're playing games, it's like linear, you're not flying around. But if you're flying, you're on like a train track, essentially. This one, it was like you could go up, you could go down, you could do flips, you can go side to side.
Kind of like more of a free roam.
Yeah.
Bro.
And essentially, so you got to go from space to where you're going. So it's you're flying to the point, and then it kind of like lands you, and then you're on that position. But when you're also in the ship, you don't have to always be flying. You can get out and walk around your ship.
Okay. Is it like space, like outer space, or just like in
outer space?
Okay.
And then
Okay, dope.
so you got to go hunt down these people as a bounty hunter, essentially.
Okay, that's fire. Do you remember the name of it?
Dude, we looked it up like twice and we found it finally the one time at work.
I don't remember the name. I do
It
know.
sounds
But you
cool.
could get out, you could get out and you could like land in another ship and shit and get out, right? That was the one where you could get out.
So when you're
Yeah.
landed, you can get out and like go and mess around in other stuff. That was the first time that has ever been a thing. So that to me was like a big moment. Like I'm playing this game, and now I'm hooked because of that very specific thing that you can kind of like fly.
that capability.
I don't have to go to the point. I can just go this way and go see what's
Nice.
out there.
Yeah,
stuff
and
that.
like games
Yeah.
back then would be like you said, it'd be like on a track and quite literally where even if you were doing something in a level, it was a level. Like
Yeah.
if you were walking around an area and it felt like you could free roam, it was only limited to that area.
Yeah.
If you went somewhere outside that area, a loading screen would come
Yeah.
up or a cutscene would come up.
Yep.
It was never like any kind of seamless transitions in games.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that point, which
Yep.
is, I mean, people take that shit for granted now because that's just like everybody's like, oh yeah, they get like I remember like now with the new GTA coming out, people talk about like, oh yeah, I hope they put like the old school style loading screen in, and I'm like, I remember being a kid like thinking like, man, I can't wait for fucking loading screens to be done. Like,
What would you prefer? Like just nothing?
Well, it just felt
Well,
like
what we
you
have
sat
n-
there for
Dude.
6 minutes.
for example, back in the day when you would have to like fucking go to bed because you had a bedtime, you got to spend like 6 minutes waiting for the game to get going,
Yeah.
and then like right when you get done like a quick mission, now you're in another fucking loading screen for
Yeah.
like a
That's
good
true.
2.5 minutes, and now like before you're done, you're like you maybe spend like 15 minutes in loading screens. Like,
Yeah, it's not a bad
I remember
point.
trying to boot up Tony Hawk, and you'd boot that up, and it would
Bro, I
still
love
be
Tony
like.
Hawk.
There was never just open it up. Now you literally you can dude now, Twan, you can pause a game, turn the system off, go do some other shit, come back, turn the system on, and the game will start where you left off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fire.
Like with zero load. Like
Bro,
you can decide to hit the
Pro
dashboard.
Skater 3 was classic. I love that one.
It's a whole different world with games. People take it for granted. It's crazy how much like that little journey you just painted was fire. That's
Yeah.
fire, bro.
Yeah.
Because games have changed so much from just like.
Yeah.
But I never thought about the tank shit. Like that's crazy. Damn. All right, respectable top 5. Definitely like the other thing too is like it's obscure. I like that it wasn't like Not that there's anything wrong with liking like, oh yeah, Mario's my favorite one. There's nothing wrong with that. Mario's a fucking classic. I like Super Mario 2, where you get Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario World 2. That might be my favorite Mario ever.
Yes, I would agree.
That's the best Mario ever.
Super Mario 2.
Dude, that's the one where you get the cape, cuz.
Yeah.
With the feather?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy
Super Mario
shit.
2.
That's the best Mario, cuz I'll fight people over that shit. 3 is a big deal to a lot of people. 3 is a big deal. Super Mario Bros. 3?
Yeah.
That's a big deal. But fuck out of here. 2 is where it was at.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember playing this on the PS1, I think.
Yeah.
That's the OG one. That's the OG one.
Yeah, like this one. This shit was classic.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one that was up top. Go up.
I remember playing this one. Which one do you mean?
I'm going. Go up.
Like
go
this?
up. Oh wait, was that it? Yeah, that boy right there. Go up. You just covered it.
This
Yeah.
one?
I think that. Oh, that's not it. That's Super Mario Maker. But here, it was up there at the top.
This one?
It was up there at the top. Go up. It's right. Damn, where's it at? I don't see it on any of those. Do you see it, Rich? Do you know which one I'm talking
Super
about?
Mario 2?
Yeah. No, that's not it.
There's none of those, right?
No, it's not.
I remember playing this one.
It's closer to this guy right here. It's closer to that one. It looks kind of like that. That might be like the,
With the
Japanese
Japanese
version of it. But it's that Mario. There it is. That guy.
This one?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. That Mario. That's the best Mario. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Oh, wait. Is that the third one?
Wait, is that it?
No, that's 2. That's 2. 1998 Super Mario Bros. 2. That's it. That's the one. That's the guy. That's 3. That's 3. That's the one that's the one that was everybody. That's the one people will argue about. Like from my generation, they'll argue that. They'll say that one's the one. But 2 is the one for me. Bro, but hold on. I'm going to go cliche for a minute. Because me and my brother, shout out my bros, shout out Gavin, Blake, the niggas. But, bro, Super Mario Smash Bros.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to look.
And
I just
then
looked up
when
Super Mario
Melee
Bros.
dropped, because
Smash
Melee, I don't know. Shout out all the ones that came after that
bro,
that
this
kept
shit
the
was
shit
fire.
going and still alive, because like eventually when we have kids or whatever we decide to do with our lives, our kids might be able to still experience Super Mario Smash Bros.
Yeah, bro.
But
This shit,
Melee,
this shit was fire.
holy shit. That's peak Super Mario Smash Bros. That's my opinion. I don't think there was a better one after that. They might have got more cooler characters and got way more diverse, but the game, that was peak.
Yeah.
Best maps, best lineup of characters, in my opinion, that you start out with.
Look,
Like-
right, look here's some of them.
Bro,
Oh, wait, this is the ultimate.
that's ultimate. You
Yeah,
got to go
it's
to
ultimate.
Melee, is what it's called.
Like that?
Yeah, yep. Booyah Shaka. There you go, my boy.
Yeah.
It didn't get better than that. Bro, Pikachu? Bro, Kirby. How crazy was Kirby in that motherfucking
Was it
game?
just these
God,
Kirby was a
I hated
cheat code.
Kirby.
He was a cheat,
fucking
cuz!
get
I
swallowed up
ran
by
with
shit,
Kirby.
bro.
You suck the motherfucker up. I got your powers, bitch. What you gonna do? I'm a steak, nigga. Fuck yeah. Swallow him whole, man. He would go, and fucking shoot. But dude, when you would do that and a motherfucker would combo and hit you,
Yeah, who's
it
this? I don't
sucked.
remember this dude. Who's this?
Ew.
Ganondorf?
Ganondorf.
Yeah,
Ganondorf.
He was a fucking annoying. I didn't like him.
I remember that
He's from Zelda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a Zelda character.
Okay, yeah, Link and young Link are right there.
I hated Game and Watch. I didn't fuck with playing with him. Honestly, bro, Ness, did you ever fuck with him? He was crazy.
Yeah, Ness was
a
crazy.
sleeper.
Ness,
You
Yeah.
could
okay,
bust
I kinda
people up with
remember
Ness
him.
and
Yeah.
just be out. Cause
Yeah.
He was
Out,
he was
cause-
like an underrated kind of
crazy,
character.
crazy. Who's your favorite Melee character? If you had to like your go-to, you fire that bitch up and I'm like, I'm gonna beat your ass, bro. I'm gonna fuck you up in Melee. You're like, all right, bet. I'm gonna be good.
Falcon.
Falcon.
Captain Falcon?
No.
Oh, Falcon, like
Yeah,
Falcon,
Falcon.
like
Yeah.
from Fox,
Yes.
Star Fox. Shout you out, respect.
Oh wait, I think I
Respect.
did used to rock with
Captain Falcon and that
too.
Falco punch would send a motherfucker. Falcon!
Falcon.
Yeah.
That shit would send a motherfucker to space,
That
cuz.
shit was fire.
Hit the little ding on him or. I love that, bro. You remember that shit when you get the.
Yeah, they would go up off the top of the screen and then kind of shrink in the background. Bing!
Love that shit. From Pokemon.
Were these all? How many were there? Is this
Bro,
like the?
how about Samus?
Who?
Bro, the charge up.
Yeah.
If you could get that bitch off,
Yeah.
the charge up
You
felt
can do
so
some
cool.
crazy predicts with
The little fucking bleep,
yeah,
bleep,
yeah.
bleep, and then a motherfucking boom. Send that nigga to
that's
space too, cuz.
Yeah.
That was Samus or
Yeah.
Samus.
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 Yeah, this motherfucker.
Yeah, crazy. But honestly, my go-to when I would play that game, every time I fired up and fuck people up, Link, and then Sheik. Or sorry, she wasn't called Sheik in the game. She was
Zelda.
Zelda. Sorry, I feel like an idiot for not saying that off the rip. But, I was brain fart. But yeah,
Hey.
but Sheik, bro, I didn't fuck with Zelda,
Yeah,
but
that's
Sheik,
it.
when you, I'm
Yeah.
busting your ass up, cuz.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they got James Bond in this one. It's fire.
Link was definitely a tough one to beat.
Bro, his double jump was so cold.
Double jump.
His
and then
double jump was so
your
cold.
up B, the tornado. Yeah. Crazy.
Try and knock me off the map, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, try and send me somewhere. You gotta beat me first. You
Yeah.
gotta beat me first. Link was that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who would fuck me up? Honestly, like, anytime I would play against somebody that was nice with him, if you were nice with Donkey Kong, holy shit, he was so hard to beat.
Yeah.
He was so hard to beat.
Yeah.
If you were nice with him. And I was never nice with him. I I mean, I had fun playing with him
Yeah.
a little bit, but I was never nice with him. But people that were nice with him,
Oh yeah.
I hated
Yeah, because
those
he
motherfuckers.
get a good bit of hyper armor before
Bro, that
you.
just
Fucking
fucking
wind up.
dump this nigga. Like, yeah, nah.
Yeah,
he's
some of the
pretty
maps,
crazy.
bro. It's like nostalgic looking at.
Twan, what about you? You gotta have a favorite character that you remember playing with.
Again, yeah, I ran with Captain Falcon a lot of times. So let me go
Falcon's
back.
hard. He
Let me
was
go
hard.
back to the list. Let me see.
He was hard. Didn't he have the drone that would come in like on his map when you would be on his
Yeah,
map you could get
yeah.
fucked up by the F-Zeros.
Yeah.
That was the shit, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That map was the shit. That shit would go crazy and them ships was like beep beep beep, beep and then you'd be like, oh shit.
Gotta get up.
Who's B Falcon? Who's that?
He's from that universe. It's probably fucking I
Like
never watched.
Captain and what would it?
I remember as a kid I
What would that
watched
even
the
stand
shit.
for? Like,
Dude, as a kid I watched the shit and played it a little bit, but I wasn't like super into F-Zero.
Yeah, I remember playing the very old F-Zero where you're like the little thing
Yeah.
jumping around,
Mhm.
and then when you hit the side of the like stage, it would bounce you.
Bump you.
Yeah.
It'll give you the bump.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember of F-Zero.
bro, I don't remember this one, Rob, or the James Bond
Rob
character.
was not good. He sucked.
I don't remember the James Bond character being in there.
Rob.
I hated Rob. He was slow.
It's like Wally.
Another one that was actually pretty nice is his name is it Marth? Is that his name, Marth?
Marth, yeah.
Yeah, Marth. I fucked with him because like his alternate colors. Oh yeah, Marth was fire.
Yeah, I did. I had played a lot of Roy.
Okay, Gavin, fuck with
His
Roy.
boy, right?
Yeah.
The boy Roy.
Yeah, instead of getting a forward slash, he had a
The
uppercut.
upswing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's what I was gonna say. Smash Brothers is a classic, bro. That game, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a classic. Halo 2, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like from that, okay, hold on. From Xbox generation, because we landed there. Give me some, like, to you, just some golden oldies from there. Like, Halo, obviously, gotta be a golden oldie. You know
No,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, there's obviously
Oldie.
obvious classics, but, like, maybe some just, like, niche classics. Give me some niche classics. You gotta have some niche classics.
Oh.
We talked about Brute Force. That was, like, kind of a niche classic.
Yes. Brute Force 100%.
That was the first
Um,
shit that I ever saw about Xbox. I saw that and Fusion Frenzy. I had never heard about an Xbox.
Yeah.
They had like a fucking pop-up event. And
Yeah.
at the York Fair, they had a pop-up event. They literally, and my mom took me to the York Fair because like somebody, I want to say either we were just going to go or like my aunt used to work it. Like she would like do like stands and shit there.
Yeah.
And run games and stuff. And so I didn't know if I can't remember if we were doing that or not, but either way, I saw this, like, big, like, blow-up beehive looking thing.
Yeah.
It looked like a brain or something.
Yeah.
And it had a giant Xbox.
Yes.
It just said Xbox on the outside.
Yep, that's where I got acquainted.
Did you see that? Did you go to that?
No, yeah, I went there.
You saw this thing?
Yes.
Dude, I've talked about this so many times with people, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. I sometimes used to think I made that shit up.
No, it definitely was there.
Bro, like it looked like a brain or something, right?
Yeah.
A big
Yep.
like a
Yeah.
beige color brain.
Yes.
With a giant Xbox. It just
Yes.
said Xbox.
Xbox.
And I had never seen an Xbox commercial, so I genuinely didn't know what the fucking Xbox was.
I didn't either.
And dude, I walked in there, and the way they had it, it was all green lit and like futuristic, and there was like computer monitors everywhere,
Yeah, yes.
and controllers, and people
Yes.
playing, and I was like, "Where am I?" Dude, it was like a new world. Because the closest thing you have to that is like maybe an arcade, but honestly, like
Yeah.
that's about as close you get.
Yeah,
Like,
that was crazy.
that shit was different. Oh my god, I wish there was like video of that so we could like show people that, because that shit was. Dude, there was nothing like that. It was weird. And they went around and did that pop-up everywhere. And this was before the Xbox had come out.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like right before it came out. This
Honestly,
was like summertime.
there was, oh my goodness.
When did the Xbox release? Can you look that up? The first Xbox? Like, when did it release stateside? Can you look up like a specific date? Because I remember the York Fair. I think it's towards the end of summer.
Yeah.
And I can't remember when the Xbox released, but this was right around the time of its release.
Yes.
Right before or right after,
The
but
Xbox One.
the very original Xbox.
Yeah.
Just
OG.
OG, yeah. OG Xbox. That one, yeah. When did that bad boy drop? November 15th. Okay, so yep, it was right before. Think about that.
As it would.
Yeah.
Dude. That shit, that fucking expo was crazy. So, okay, that was it. That was in 2001. Damn, I don't know when the York Fair runs. I want to say it's September, but or like August. But either way, so it would have been August of 2001. Damn, it was like right before or after 9/11. But either way, that shit, that fucking thing, holy shit. And the GameCube. The GameCube.
Yeah.
Bro, the
It was right
GameCube.
before, bro.
The GameCube. Oh my god, the GameCube. Bro, remember when like Luigi's Mansion? You remember that? Like the first time that shit was like crazy, but or Metroid, playing Metroid for the first time.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, or what was the one with the Star Fox where you could fucking you had like team deathmatch, you could hop out of the fucking plane and the plane. It was like I'm talking about. You had the planes, the tanks. The tank could like fly a little
But the
bit.
GameCube came out a month after the Xbox did in Japan. Same year.
Yeah, I ended up having both of them the same year.
Yeah, I had both as well.
Bro, and I remember being like the only person I knew that had an Xbox and a GameCube, and I remember like
Yeah.
everybody came to play.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That shit was lit.
Mine
Man, that was
actually-
such a dude. The game era back then. I honestly I would trade this modern era for that era right now.
Yeah, I would agree. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of games that come out that aren't good. Everything just seemed like it hit pretty well.
Oh my god, dude. But like you were saying that like in like it was like the first time this would be tried. And now, like, that mechanic's, like, overworked and, like, been played to no problem. And, like,
Yeah.
or discarded entirely. They don't even
It
do
just
it anymore.
seemed like a lot more games were trying to fill stuff out, like invent a new process, essentially, a new genre, as you will, and it just that them wanting to do that was just a shock because nobody would do that now. Nobody's gonna try
No, yeah,
to
we
do
gotta sell.
something.
We gotta sell.
Yeah, this works. We're selling this.
Gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try that. Like 50% of the people are gonna be like, "I can't do this. I don't know how to. I don't know why you would do this." And like back then, I remember playing games and be like, "Well, why the fuck am I doing this?" And then, like for example, Resident Evil.
Why am I doing this?
Resident Evil with the fixed camera. That shit, Alone in the Dark with fixed. When games had fixed cameras,
Yep.
dude, it, like looking back, it made them so much more horrifying. Because you can't look anywhere else, and so when shit is like coming, it's like, oh my god,
yes.
oh my god. Like now you can be like, oh, I don't want to see it.
During that time, also a big thing was
And
was spatial audio because you had the home systems coming out to where you can put speakers behind you, and you would
Okay.
hear it
Like
off screen.
creeping.
You knew it was somewhere you
You're
could
getting more
Yes.
immersed, like in the
Yeah.
experience.
Yes, dude, I never thought about that.
And then with that, so you can't tell
How
if
far-
ambience is a real thing or if it's ambient.
yeah. Dude, I remember the first time I was like, it just fucked me up playing Resident Evil. I think it was so fucking scary to me because of the fixed camera situation. Then when you go into the new room, your whole camera angle might change. So that was the other thing, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, the animations, and then
Dude.
you're doing the animation, and you're like, there could be something. I'm gonna go into the
you're
screen,
like, open it, yo.
and you go into the next room, and something's right there in your face,
Bro.
and you just don't know it's there because you're watching this door open
It's
in
like
the
a jump
darkness.
scare.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those games were crazy. They were so fucking horrifying to me as a kid.
Bro, Street Football. I used to rock this game a lot.
FIFA Street or NFL Street?
NFL
NFL Street was where it's at, and
Yeah.
the second one is the best one. On
Nah,
God.
nah, the first one's the best one, bro.
Oh,
The original one's the
disagree.
best
We
one.
disagree.
I would have to go with all the way back to Blitz.
Blitz.
Well,
Blitz
that's
is
not
where-
comparable because Blitz is violent.
Yeah,
Blitz was
I think I remember
so
this game,
like
bro.
crazy, dude. What was the baseball one? Slugfest.
Oh my goodness.
Dog.
Yeah.
Slugfest. Everybody's on roids. You hit the baseball and it just turns into a fucking fireball and goes into space.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Do you remember
The
that game?
baseball
game?
Slugfest was
Yeah.
the shit because you played with real teams.
Yeah.
You would just be cranking them like
Yeah.
because that was back in the juice era. Everybody was on juice in baseball. Like
Oh,
back
yeah.
then, that was
This
okay.
game was the shit, bro. I missed this
Dude,
game.
you're fucking right. It was the shit. Everybody was on juice
Bro,
back
what was
then.
the thing if you, like, yeah, you would
You
get
hit
on
the
fire
power meter and then everything would
Dude,
go
yeah,
on fire
yeah,
and the
you get
ball
on
would
fire.
literally go and turn into a fireball and fly up.
What was the part you would, like, turn into, like, a horse or some shit if you hit, like, a home run or something?
The other
on,
thing
like,
you could
on
do
fire?
in that game is I'm pretty sure it was that one, but that one you could charge the fucking...
Yeah, look,
You
home
could-
run. You turn into, like, a fucking horse or some shit.
What the fuck?
This game was wild,
Yeah,
bro.
I think that one you could charge the pitcher if he hit you.
Yeah, you could. You could.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Dude,
Bro,
yeah.
do you have it? We gotta run that sometime. We gotta try to find
But
it.
dude, Blitz was crazy.
Yeah, you could
Crazy.
suplex people, and then you can literally
And
do
like have them go to the sideline and shoot them up. You remember like that wasn't Blitz the League, but do you
Shoot 'em
remember
up?
shoot them up with like fucking like steroids or painting them in
Oh, I
this
thought
thing
you meant, like, fucking
with a needle.
with a gun.
No, like literally. Nah, but it was pretty close to murder. There was like, dude, you would have to time it right to hit it in them. Do you remember this mechanic?
That's such a weird, like, side
Dude, now
side
that
thing
I'm
to
thinking
do.
about this, like literally you go to the sideline and the guy would pull out a fucking needle and it would have like this orange shit and you'd have to like hit the square button right on the
Bro,
time and,
it's
if you missed it, the fucking needle would like go into the guy and go, oh.
It's like, like the field goal shit. You
And he would
hit
go,
it at the
and it
time,
wouldn't
at the
work.
time.
It wouldn't work, and he would be more likely to be injured. It had like a buff. Like, bro, what the fuck, dude? No, a game that people wouldn't believe existed. Like BMX XXX. Do you bro? Do you remember this? Where you could ride around and it was BMX, but you just played as like pimps and hoes and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, like what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was why I love that era, because they would just try random shit.
Yeah. Actually, I think BMX,
Like-
those games were in competition with Tony Hawk. Because it was either you're a skateboarder or
a
you're a
biker.
BMX biker.
Don't be tripping. They had a crazy razor blading game back then, too, though. Dude, you know what I'm talking about? With the dude in all black on the fucking... He's on the cover, like, grinding down some stairs. Oh, my God.
No, yeah, there was a racing game to where you could have a bike, a skateboard, or skates, like rollerblades.
A bike, a skateboard,
Yeah.
or rollerblades. I'm just thinking of, like, rocket power. When I think of that, but if it's not that...
No,
Oh!
because
Was the animation kind of like... It wasn't, like, realistic. It was kind of, like, cartoony.
yes,
But, like, not. It was, like, an anime cartoony, but not an anime character. Like, it was, like... It was like almost like did you ever play Ultimate Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
The animation was kind of like that, is what I'm picturing in my head. But not like that, like exaggerated.
Yeah.
But it was like that style of
Yes.
animation. It
Yep.
wasn't like 2D and it
Yeah.
wasn't. Okay. I do vaguely remember this. And I remember the bike being yellow for some reason.
Yep.
What game was that? Damn, that's gonna be crazy. That game, I do remember that.
I can't remember,
Dude.
but it was like towards the end of the rollerblade era where
Okay.
rollerblades were a big
Phasing
thing.
out. Yeah, rollerblades were a thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like everybody, like in movies, like dudes would pull up, like,
Yeah.
or shows and shit. It'd be like the cool dude would rollerblade.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That was back when dudes had bangs. You remember that?
Yes.
You guys had the Jones. Everybody had the John.
Yeah.
Dude.
I had the bowl cut, but you know.
Oh, okay. You had the bowl. All right. Well,
Yeah.
at least you didn't have the John.
The John.
The John.
The John.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
The craziest haircut I ever had was, other than this wild shit I got on my head now, was I had the eraser joint, the high top fade eraser joint.
I had the fucking rat tail.
No, you didn't.
Yes, my dad used to
No.
rock the rat tail.
No, you
Yes.
didn't.
Yes. So then.
Certified
Rat-
white trash. White trash. My guy.
Yes.
Let's go.
So we did the rat tail for the longest time.
Get the fuck out of
And then I
here,
went
my
to
boy.
The ducktail.
The ducktail. What's that ducktail? I don't know about the ducktail.
Ducktail. So it's not like long, like.
Slim mullet.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, I'm following.
Yeah.
The ducktail. I follow. It's kind of like a little. Yeah, like a ducktail. I got you.
Yeah. Like a little, you know.
But the rat tail was where it was at, huh? That was the juice. Everybody had that.
My dad fucking.
There was
loved it.
I remember it. It was a thing.
Yeah.
I remember the rat tail.
Oh, yeah, rat tail. That was probably my
That's the
most.
wildest fucking. That was the push.
That was the iconic. That's what stuck in my head is.
The rat. I mean, that'll stick.
The rat.
That was on your head. That
Yes.
motherfucker was stuck to your shit.
Yeah.
So I can see why.
Yeah,
Okay.
go from rat tail to Return of the Rat. hat.
Right, with the cat. Shout out Theo Vaughn. The oven. Shout out the
The
oven.
oven.
Shout out the oven.
Yeah.
The oven. The oven.
The old.
Theo Vaughn.
Tiovan.
Tevin. But yeah. So that's a crazy hairstyle. Back to games though, real quick. What is a game that was there ever a game that like broke your heart genuinely, like either a character like actually hurt you, like damn, like the story caught you and there was a character that maybe died, or like the ending was just so like fucked, or like damn, like the series is really over. Like what was a really like, oh man, this is like hitting me. Like you might not have cried, maybe you did, but like what was a game that really fucking hit you where like damn, this is some shit right here.
It would have to be the old Star Wars of the Knights of the Old Republic. KOTOR.
You right. That was a deep.
We still in the gaming.
I just went back and asked him a question about. Yeah, that game, the stories, all the different shit.
Yeah.
That game was deep.
Yeah, that was my
Shit,
first RPG. Didn't know what RPG meant.
Right.
What it entailed.
What does RPG mean?
It's role playing. So
Role play game.
Yeah. So
We
essentially,
like those.
You kind of get a class tree and stuff like that, so you can upgrade them certain ways and stuff like that. And then it's like a story. You're doing a story, but you're also doing the combat for the story and stuff like that.
And you get to create your own character.
Okay, is that like a part of it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
This is
The
Star Wars.
RPG.
This is like the first
Yeah.
Star Wars where they're like make your own story, make your own character, just follow this kind of path that we got, make decisions in it,
Yeah.
talk like dialogue, all that shit.
Yeah. Having choices in what goes on is like the biggest thing that stood out for me.
Crazy.
That's what's up.
Did you ever have any games that did that for you? Like that just like fucking were like, oh, this is fucking. This is crazy.
Game I came up like my era was like Tony Hawk, a lot of like Super Mario. Though I came up playing a lot of The Nintendo 64 was like my early days.
Gotcha.
Actually, probably GameCube was like maybe like the earliest system maybe I played. Nintendo 64, PS1. I remember just like Mario games, Donkey Kong, shit like that. And then I don't know, yeah, it came up on like PlayStation. I'm trying to remember PlayStation 1 games I played.
PlayStation 2, you had to have played a lot of PlayStation 2. That was the shit,
That was like
bro.
Tony Hawk
PlayStation 2
era.
was the shit, yeah.
A lot of like Mad, like again,
Enter
like,
the Matrix,
Super
you remember
Sluggers, a lot
that?
of the,
Oh my god, yeah.
Bro.
Nah.
Okay. What about, okay, so you
Mad
said you like
Max.
NFL Street 1, right?
Yeah, that game was fire.
Okay.
But yeah, Game Breaker.
Game Breaker, that shit. In Street, bro. When you would hit that shit and like fucking do some crazy ass trick and jump over the line. Like do a front flip and then land in the shit and maybe
Yeah, I played
laterals, the crazy laterals you could do in that game.
I played just like some of the regular Maddens too. Like you know,
Classic.
Gotcha.
FIFA a lot. I'd fuck with FIFA.
Classic.
And then just like Grand Theft Autos.
That
And
was
Call
what
of
I was gonna
Duties,
say.
like Call of Duties, Grand Theft Autos,
Yeah.
some sports games, nothing crazy.
Gotcha.
Or like racing. I fuck with racing games too. I'm trying to think of. I play like NASCAR, but I'm trying to think of like a different one I'd play.
Oh man.
I think the first game, the first story that got me for video games, like really like caught me, like it was probably, it's probably GTA 3.
Solid.
Okay.
Because like, first off, I was a young bull, and I'm lying. That's cap. I totally cap. I'm
Say
sorry.
I was young when I played.
The
You were probably-
most crazy game like that fucking blew my mind story wise and all that shit because I played them all, like the Siphon Filter series.
Oh my
Dude,
goodness.
I
Siphon
didn't know
Filter
that.
fucked me up.
Siphon filter.
Dude, that shit, all of them.
Yeah.
Those were crazy. Those were absolutely crazy. And then Mafia. Do you remember when Mafia, like the first
Mafia was crazy.
Holy shit.
I fuck with Mafia too. That was more my.
Mafia 2 is the shit.
Right,
But
right.
Mafia 1 was just like the stop. Oh my god, Max Payne 1.
Oh, fire.
I was gonna say,
Payne
Max
was fire.
Payne 1, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, all
That
of them,
was
honestly. Max Payne 3, Max Payne 2, but the first one, when the style, everything changed, but Max Payne 1.
Yeah,
The
Max
daughter,
Payne was crazy.
yeah.
God damn. Damn, Max Payne. Honorable mention for Max Payne, bro. That was a classic.
Yeah.
Damn, that might have. I don't know, man. I played them all around the same time, it felt like.
Yeah, this shit was fire.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 was crazy, too.
Final Fantasy I came in on was 10.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
I didn't know about 7, didn't know about 8,
Did
didn't
you
know
play
about
7
9.
ever?
Recently, yes.
Dude. Crazy. 7 is my shit. That's my
Yeah.
favorite one.
Yeah. So 10, Final Fantasy X is the one I know.
Respect. What's your favorite fucking... Your favorite... Alright, I got one for you. What's your favorite... like... series... like it could be like movie or book but like storyline. Like just one that just is like, damn, this shit deep.
So something that I really like connected with, like shook me emotionally, type thing?
Yeah. Like really had you enthralled where you're like, fuck, man, like I gotta like, damn, this happened, that happened.
Honestly,
I can't
like
believe this went this way.
it would have to be an anime, man.
Yeah, okay.
So
They get crazy.
for
So
me,
deep.
some of them actually like I can't really connect with a TV show or a movie to where it affects me emotionally.
Right.
So I think it's called Akame ga Kill. Is about this kid
You know how to spell
who
it?
Akame is AKAME.
It's a pretty popular one.
Space ga and then kill. Yeah. So essentially, this kid is from a village and he wants to go to the capital to make a name for himself, essentially, so he can help pay for stuff for the village. Well, he gets his first run-in with royalty, and he learns that royalty takes these poor people and they torture them to death.
Classic.
So he was in the middle of being tortured, or gonna be tortured, when this group came in and killed the nobles, and he ended up essentially joining that group. And then
He joins the nobles or the
no,
group that...
the assassin group.
Gotcha.
And their big thing is that they're trying to keep everything in that kingdom in the good light instead of being corrupted, because there's a lot of corruption going on.
So they're like the Batman of the...
Yeah, essentially.
Of the town.
And
of wherever.
by towards the end, even the main character is dead.
Oh, shit.
They all die.
Spoiler alert.
You
Yeah.
get so invested in all these people, and then it's this person's going now. This person's going now, and you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah, you might one of your favorites or something be going.
This person, I really connected to that person, and now they're...
That makes sense too with the anime, because you get a lot of episodes out of it, so you get way more out of it, right? Like where you can have a whole episode that's dedicated to maybe this situation with these two characters.
Yeah.
Out of ensemble of 20.
Yeah, it just seems like it's deeper.
I see that.
In a way, that's what really connects me, honestly. But yeah, anime
Fire.
really gets me in an emotional space, kind of like music. Music does that too.
Number one album. If you had to say this is an album for my life, it doesn't have to define your life. Like the song doesn't have to be like this song is that was my day. I fucking killed my girl too. Not that, but just it hit. You were at a certain place in your life where this shit, no matter where you are in your world, when that shit comes on, it takes you back to where you were when you heard it, how you felt, where you feel. It might light you up. It might bring you down. Just what was the album that did that? Because there used to be albums that would be at least have 3 or 4 songs on it that would fuck you up. They were, because back then people did albums. Now it's a little different. But.
Yeah. It'd have to be Linkin Park Hybrid Theory.
That's a solid pick. That's a solid pick, especially for your age. That's definitely a solid pick.
Yeah. Honestly,
that makes sense.
I was I'd have to be 7 or 8. And I'm listening to this stuff, so
oh my god,
it
just
in my mind
molded into your memories.
In my mind, I'm just what?
Right.
I can what? I feel this way now. Oh, but now I feel
You're starting to feel things.
Yeah,
it's I'm emotional now. I'm deep.
Listening to this
deep.
is making me feel this way, or if I'm feeling this way, it just
fucking just hits.
Yeah,
it's the deep.
Dude, yeah. Twan, you gotta have one. There's gotta be something that hit.
As a whole, a project, an album.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Well, I guess. But I'll say album because you're not we're the same age, and we live in the era where albums started to phase out. So but we are old enough and versed enough in music where we fucked with other shit from eras that had solid albums. So I'll ask you the album question, but I'll double up and then ask you the song that fucking hit.
Necessarily favorite or top. But I remember one of the first albums that really kind of resonated, or not even resonated with,
but just you went crazy.
Recognized as a body of work was probably either a Section 80 or Good Kid, something like that.
Facts. I respect that.
Or
Facts. Section 80 is crazy.
or like Born Sinner came to mind too. But I don't know if those are necessarily my favorite. But those are ones that came to
but
mind.
they like hit. You were like, damn.
But just like as a whole, like a bodies of work,
there's so
I'm
much
like
here.
okay, yeah. Like this
Those
is
are all
like.
solid picks.
Cause like I don't know, just getting into music, you hear like singles and songs, you're like, all right, music's dope, but then like you hear like someone like
Right.
dedicate
That's
like
why. Yeah.
like time and effort to like a body of work, like a project, and you're like, oh, like this shit different a little bit.
This shit cooking.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd have to think maybe like what my top or favorite one would be, but those are a couple off top.
Fire.
What
I remember
would you say?
for sure for me, the first album that like, the first album that fucking just was crazy was, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Bro.
That was a hope.
That fucking album?
DMX.
Dude, that DMX, that was every DMX album, like, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, that
I
album.
thought that was honestly a Jay-Z project for a second.
What?
The one you just said.
Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood?
No, what was it? Hell is Hot.
Yeah, It's Dark Out and Hell is Hot.
Yeah. But I remember
Or
what
It's
was
Dark and Hell is Hot, sorry.
I was thinking of
That album, bro.
Dave East dropped the bar, and then I think he said something about Jay-Z.
That
Maybe I'm
album,
wrong.
bro. That's the one for me. Like, that was probably the one that, like,
Yeah, I have to
I
go
just,
back and
like,
listen to
I
that.
probably threw that shit. I probably ran that one up. Like, because it was a tape. My dad had, like, a whole bunch of tapes, and he had that one in a tape, and that shit was
Like a cassette tape?
cassettes, bro. Like, he would have stacks of these books that you would, like, unzip it, and it would be like a case, and you would open the case, and it would just be slots.
Yes.
And, dude,
Fire.
the cassette era, bro, there was so many
say
good
my
fucking albums. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
My era was like that with like CDs though. You'd have like a little.
Oh,
book,
the CD
of
book
CDs,
era,
bro.
don't sleep. Don't sleep. The CD booklets, because that's when you were in charge of the shit that was in the books,
Dude, you
right?
were
Like,
just
'cause
fucking-
the tape decks and shit, that's like somebody you got it from or something.
Yeah.
But like the booklets, that was your shit. You decided
Bro, I
what went
remember
in
having,
there.
like, CD player
LimeWire,
looked like a little
LimeWire
fucking
days.
pancake, bro. I'd have that in my backpack, like on the bus
man.
with the fucking CD. Throw a
CD
fucking
player
CD
days,
in that
guys.
bitch. Fucking throw the headphones on. Fucking vibe out to like some like American Rejects or whatever.
Bro.
Whatever I was bumping. You know?
I remember CD players used to be like, everybody had like this CD player. But then a new one came out, and it would have like a cool different design. And then it was like, somebody had that one, and you were like, damn, I want that CD player now. And like, it was like a thing people would do. Like, they would like fucking, like, yo, I got this one. Look at this one.
I mean,
like,
for
people would
sure.
like, I got the blue one. They're like, oh, where'd you find the blue one? Like, I remember that shit.
I kept it
crazy.
simple. Bro. I was just like kind of silver, kind of like almost like this, but silverish and then bigger.
Oh, come on. Like, the best part though.
Let me look up.
What was
CD players, bro.
what was
I'm
like
gonna
a
try
what was
to
the
find which one I had.
what were some like it when you did you ever make any like fucking mixes? You ever make some like
for
mix
sure,
CDs?
bro.
Did you ever do that?
Mixed CDs. My dad did mixed tapes,
Oh yeah.
cassette tapes.
Yeah, he would like load
So
it up.
literally,
That's fire.
I remember
My dad had
Godzilla.
2 mixtapes. That's it.
Oh, dude, my
He had
dad.
2.
He had Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Cult, yeah.
Mhm.
On one side of the cassette, you turn around, put it in. It's Cat Scratch Fever by
Wow.
Ted Nugent.
Right.
That kind of shit, man.
He had it all going on.
Well, yeah,
That's lit.
my shit kind of looked like something like this, but like maybe had like a black trim around it or
Yep,
something.
I had that one.
I had that one too.
I had the
Yeah.
gray one.
Yeah,
Like
this
it
one?
was like a matte gray.
Yeah, I was rocking this one, but maybe had like a black like. Oh yeah, it kind of
Yeah,
does on the,
Pam-
on the
That
bottom.
is the same
yeah,
one.
the
That's
bottom
the
part.
same one.
Yeah, I
That's the
think
same one.
I
I
think
had
this
that
is the
one.
one I was rocking.
But that was like official. That was like I remember that one. I got late to the game. I had cheaper ones before that. That would fucking you could.
I think this is like the one and only one I had for
You
like.
couldn't move. That one you could move around with.
And then let's see.
I had the shitty ones like the fucking. I remember my mom was like, I ain't get $30. It's crazy.
and then I upgraded.
She bought me a $30 seat. I was like, oh my god! And then I fucking be on the bus a bump, and then I'm and then shit, and then my CDs would get scratched.
Your
Dude, and then you'd be listening to some shit, and it'd be like,
like my records.
and you're like, what the fuck? Dude, I remember that happened to one of my favorite songs. It happened to Many Men. It happened to Many Men. And it happened to the worst part. Like, do it in the intro, that long ass fucking intro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it did it like right after the drop. Like,
Oh,
brain
no.
down, brain down, brain
Damn.
down. I'm like, And it
just
would
spun
like
out.
then cut out, and then the CD would just keep rolling, and then it'd pick up like 30 seconds
Oh, I
later.
could not stand that.
And dude, I took it to get it buffed because it was so hard, bro. You remember you could do that? You could go take 2 CDs to get them buffed.
Yeah, Blockbuster. You could go in
to
there.
buff them.
That's hilarious.
Yep, and I remember being like, oh, and then I put it in and I could hear it. I was like, oh, we're so back. We're so back. 'Cause it'd be like $8 to get it buffed, get 4 of them buffed or something like that, or you could go and buy the whole new CD for
We're
like
so back.
$18.90, and you're like, nah,
That's crazy.
right? Like we used to do that. We would take nowadays, like you don't even have a CD. You just
Yeah, this shit is fine.
that's. Oh,
the
that
iPod, but that's what I upgraded
See,
to. The
okay,
iPod Nano.
I was too poor to have. We didn't have those yet. I didn't
think
have
this
any
was-
of
I
those.
think
I
this
had
was like-
MP3
was like
players the whole time.
$100.
That was the thing. MP3 players is all we were. I had
That's
to.
what I'm playing too.
No, I have one of those for sure.
The iPhone,
this
the
was the
iPods
upgrade.
were all my rich friends had them, or friends that had. I won't even say rich friends, just friends that were like upper middle class had them shits, and
Yeah.
everybody that had them, I remember being like, "Can I borrow it?" Eventually, they get tired of it, and they'd be like, "Yeah, sure, you can borrow it. I don't fucking listen to it anymore." I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" And it'd be like way later. Everybody else like got iPod touches, and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but I had some shit like this before.
The Zune. Do you remember the Zune? Does anybody remember that?
I remember I didn't have
I didn't have it, but I that was the thing I wanted before. Because I remember it was like, what? It's a Zune?
Yeah.
And it went out real quick. But it was a wave for a second.
It was like the T-Mobile.
They tried it.
The T-Mobile like
The sidekick.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
Joey 101, do you remember that show and everybody had one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I could never
I remember
get-
watching that being like, oh, what that world would be like.
At that, like, as that's going on, I'm at a freaking Nokia payphone.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I had.
The like the OG like kind of rectangular one with the like B sides and like the fucking
Yes.
fire.
That's why I remember
Yeah.
thinking about that about iCarly with the pair phones. I remember seeing those being like, whoa, those were like the early iPhone
They were, yeah.
kind of
Yeah, the sidekick was that for me.
prototype. I must say protocols. No, prototype.
Oh, all of us should have an answer for this. Like top 3. I'll say top 3. Childhood cartoons, and when I say childhood cartoons, I'm just saying like anywhere between like we'll say 6 and like fucking 10, 6 and 10, 6 and 12,
Yeah.
somewhere in there when you like really were fucking with cartoons like
Not in order. I
Yeah.
just thought of Kids Next Door. I used to
Crazy.
rock with that.
crazy pick.
When I was real young, I used to watch Roly Poly Oly. That shit was
Crazy
fire.
pick, dog. Oh man, shout out my mom. She knows that just like that's one of my picks.
I used to watch Ed, Ed and Eddie a
I
lot.
was a kid.
Let's see, and then maybe like as like an older kid, I used to rock with like Fairly Odd Parents.
Cold.
Let's see. There's also hold on. Maybe this is you said 5 or 6. I was thinking classics like Scooby Doo, some SpongeBob in the later years too.
Cold.
That's probably enough.
Okay.
You know?
Samurai Jack. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Fire.
Bro, I remember watching that, and that was like one of the shows that, because we didn't have like, back then you could have the bunny ears drawn, and you could get Cartoon Network on the bunny ears.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was the shit.
Never missed Samurai Jack when I was a kid. And Gundam when I was a kid was another one I would watch a lot. Like Toonami. Anything Toonami was dumb.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, I didn't even understand it, and it was just crazy. Because I was younger when I watched that shit. I was like, I was probably 7.
Yeah.
And,
what was the one-
What was the other one? Was it
What was the one with the
Is it Inu
wrestlers? They were like Latino wrestlers, kinda. They're like
the
small,
Lucha Libre?
something like that. Yeah.
It was like Lucha Libres or
Yeah, I'm kind of remembering.
Lucha
that
Libre
one.
Wars or Lucha Libradors or something like that.
Something like that.
Lucha, it was Lucha something. I know what you're talking about.
Bro, Rugrats, classic.
Okay, Rocket Power though,
Rocket Power, classic.
Rocket
the
Power.
video game. You ever played a video game?
100%.
Yeah.
Rocket Power. I honestly was a big fan of Our Real Monsters. You ever see that?
I don't know. Just made me think of
Fucking A.
what was it?
It's like-
Foster's Imaginary.
Foster's was fire, bro. Foster's was so fire. But honestly, even though it was like way later, and I shouldn't even
Yeah.
say like I was like a fucking adult basically. Not even. I was like
It was towards my later years.
I was driving when I was watching it, but Chowder.
Oh, yeah, I
fucked
remember
with
you talking
Chowder,
about the-
yo, because of the
animation
texture
style.
and the shit,
Yeah.
like holy shit. But Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Fire, great choice.
insane.
The Wild Thornberries.
Insane. But Angry Beavers, you ever seen that?
Yes.
Insane. Honestly, a hot take, I hated Invader Zim, bro.
Damn.
I
Yeah.
don't think I know that one.
Yeah, I hated that shit.
Would make me fucking chuckle.
Everybody lost it. He was the he was a world favorite.
Yeah.
I'm literally like in the minority. Sorry everybody that might have discarded me just now for that pick, but I never fucked with Invader Zim. And I was like
I
old
didn't know
enough
that
to be
one.
in it and everything. I never fucked with Invader Zim. And I know like I just said some other picks that people be like, damn, you fucked with that, but didn't fuck with Invader Zim.
Yeah.
Like Recess, I fucked with Recess. You remember
Fire,
Recess?
fire.
Recess was crazy.
Recess was fire.
Johnny Bravo, crazy.
Magic School
Yeah.
Bus.
Magic School Bus was even
VeggieTales.
fucking crazy.
Those are just ones I watched in school, but
VeggieTales
not
were
bad
crazy.
though. What about you, Rich? What are some?
Yeah, we're just running them up.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, hold on, one more. Batman, the animated TV series. Holy
Oh, like
fuck.
the okay,
like
yeah,
90s
yeah,
one, the
yeah.
90s
That
one.
shit was fire. I remember
Holy
that
fuck.
one.
So, Thundercats.
Oh, Gargoyles. I left so many out.
Thundercats, honestly, probably one of my first ever cartoons.
Bro, Cat Dog.
Dude,
With He-Man and
the
Thundercats.
drawings in Thundercats were
I
crazy.
really like that one.
Bro, when they would zoom in on their eyes and like a light,
Yeah.
it would just like,
Honestly, I still have Snarf.
Oh, okay. This shit, I remember this.
Yeah. From there.
I didn't watch it a lot, but I remember the
Did you fuck
characters.
with Space
of it.
Ghost? You remember Space Ghost?
Space Ghost?
Look it up. Show my man Space Ghost. He wants to see him. Be like, oh my god.
All one word.
Space Ghost, yep.
Oh, shit. Cyber Chase. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Yo, that motherfucker's one lines were crazy, yo.
Oh,
His one lines were crazy.
He's like
that's the
Batman
one that
and
has
Superman.
the praying mantis.
My god.
When they go into the talk show,
Bro.
so great, dude.
This
How
shit,
good
man.
was that shit?
Made me fucking
good?
giggle.
How good?
It's so good.
Like, I might have to watch that at some point in the near future because this shit was so good. Space Ghost was the shit. And the fucking Bearcat thing that was uglier than dog shit. And when he would talk, he'd be like,
You talking about this motherfucker?
This is a crazy drawing of it, but, like, it didn't look like that. That's, like, somebody created it. But just look up Space Ghost
I want
cartoon.
to say his name is Thorax, but
It what?
Yeah, I've never
There,
seen
right there.
that.
That's it. Them sitting at the table.
yeah.
That's it right there.
So
The dude in the middle,
the best one was Thorax, in my opinion.
he's bro.
Dude, he would hit me, like, they would be talking about something, and then he would hit you with some shit, and you would just have to laugh.
Every time. It was like you can't make. I don't know. Like these shows were like. He was low key like a podcast, goofy ass, like weird episodic show that like existed before. That was weird.
It was great.
Bro, it looks like I'm sitting here right now. But
I was back
bro,
there
this
with
dude,
around Squidbillies, too.
This dude looks like
Bro,
Batman
Squidbillies
and
Squidbillies
Superman.
was after that, but yeah, Squidbillies was crazy. Squidbillies was crazy. Say daddy. Yeah.
So, Ronin Warriors.
Oh, bro, that was another one, bro.
That came on right after Jerry Springer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jerry Springer. It's a good transition.
My parents loved Jerry Springer.
It was a good-
Parent
it was a good
shows, parent shows that would be on that you were like hated, but then eventually you're like, I fucking
Days
love
of
it.
My Life.
Yeah, okay.
What I forget what
My
the other
pappy
one.
would always have on fucking either the like in the back it was like Mr. Ed, the horse John
Oh,
from TV. I loved that shit when I was a kid, bro. Like I actually fucked with that.
The
And bro, the
Bionicle
Lone
Man.
Ranger, that shit. I fucked with all that shit when I was a kid. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
He would throw that shit on. But parent shows, I fucked with Maury. and like Montel.
Oh,
Yeah, like that shit would be on. My dad would have that shit on.
Maury.
I fuck with Maury.
Springer.
Steve Wilkos.
Steve
Dude, all that shit. Sit down. You can't have a chair. You don't get a chair. Get up. Get up. I'm like, oh shit.
So you like that Jerry energy?
I like, but it would always be on because we didn't have like cable. So bunny ears, you just get like fucking network shit.
Like, it was on there.
So like that was just be on. So like you'd be going through channels and like I remember watching like when there was nothing on. I remember watching like when they would just do fucking infomercials on like fucking Jewel shit. I'd have that in the background because there was like literally nothing on TV. Like, I never liked watching the news, so I would literally go to, like, and the guy would be like, yeah, this right here, this thing right here, this is the new Chop
Vacuum
3000.
cleaner.
Yeah, like, and they would be trying to, because they'd have some crazy shit. I'd be like, damn, look at that.
Kitchen
Like, I'd be like, dude,
yeah.
that thing opens up, like, it's got 91 fucking CDs of all the hits. Like, I want that.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's crazy. And they would talk about, like, this, and then you
Like,
get,
call
like,
now, and
they would
it's
have
like
little
4
clips of, like,
payments
fucking Jimi Hendrix
$29.99.
playing and shit. I'm like, oh. So I would fuck with that shit. And then late night back in the day, the Girls Gone Wild shit would come on. You remember
Like
that?
3 in the morning.
Do you
or
remember
something.
that shit?
Yes.
It would just be like a quick commercial, and everything would be blacked out, but you would know it was. I'd be like, ah, and you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
It was Comedy Central because
Oh my god!
it would be
was
Crank
on Comedy
Yankers,
Central?
remember that?
Yes.
You'd be watching Crank Yankers, and that shit would come on.
I
Yeah,
remember
this
it
is
being
the
on
ending
Comedy
of this,
Central.
and then it was late
In
night
between, like that and Reno
I guess that kinda
911,
makes
that
sense,
would
though.
pop up.
It's
Yeah.
probably like the audience for it.
Yeah.
You know.
That shit was good.
Yeah.
It'd be like Chappelle Show, episode of Chappelle Show, skit.
Yeah, I guess like
and
the
then
later it gets,
fucking-
like the more.
and then Crank Yankers would come on, and like you'd see like actual like stuffed titties, and you'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
dude, because they were like puppets. You ever seen Crank Yankers?
No, I don't think
Bro, so think about this. This was a real show. It was because it took place in Las Vegas. The show took place in Las Vegas because you were allowed to call people in Las Vegas. Like it wasn't illegal to prank call people.
so. Okay.
I think. I could be butchering this a little bit, but it's something like that. But they would, like, real celebrities, like fucking Dane Cook, would, like
Like they
prank
would
call somebody,
Oh.
and they would record the whole call. And Dane Cook might pretend to be, like, some super, like, racist, like, overtly racist, like, Asian, like, type
It
character.
reminds me of like Celebrity Deathmatch or some shit. Like that.
Exactly, it was made by the same people. So
Okay.
it'd be like this. You would hear Dane Cook. It'd be like a white guy, and like it would be like it would show you the credits, like starring Dane Cook or whatever. And then he'd be like, "Oh, I don't."
Do you see him doing it, or is it an animation?
No, they
or is
would
it
use
just-
a puppet. They would do
okay.
this whole thing, and then they would paint like they would do like crazy backgrounds, and then they would
Gotcha.
use puppets, and the puppets would do the thing, and then like a
Gotcha.
screen would cut up, and you see the other person, and the craziest shit would go down in these phone calls because like. People wouldn't hang up, yo.
So would
And
they
then
be-
when they
would they
would
be
hang up,
random
they would
people?
keep calling
Who
them.
would they call?
Random people in the phone book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
100%. Businesses, they
Nice.
call like a funeral home and be like, my dad just died and there was a car in it and my kids are in it. And like, it'll be a guy. And then out of nowhere, the guy at the funeral home's like, yo, oh my God, yeah, we can help you with the services. Like, okay, but like, they got dildos in them. That would request.
just, like,
And then
say,
the
like,
guy's
some
like,
wild shit.
and then they gotta like try to fit like it. Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Okay.
Crank Yankers was hilarious. You can watch it still. It's on shit. Crank Yankers you could probably find on like Hulu or something.
Yeah.
Whoever has Comedy Central now.
Yeah, it reminds me like a Celebrity Deathmatch type of show.
That was the shit, bro. Celebrity Deathmatch was.
That was fun.
That's a childhood one. That was that guy. That goes back to the cartoon question about childhood.
Yeah.
That Celebrity Deathmatch. My mom hated it, but my dad was like, "You can watch it. It's fine. It's like it's
funny.
cartoon." And my mom was like, "You don't need to be watching that."
Bro, not a cartoon, but I used to watch
But
it.
when Marilyn Manson ripped this shit out and like,
I
and like
forget
first
about
finishing move, I was like, yeah.
Did you ever
This
watch?
shit's crazy.
Did you ever watch Scarred?
Bro.
I used to watch
This
that
week
shit.
on Scar,
Yeah.
and it'd be like some dude like trying to fucking
You ever watch
ride a
that
bike,
shit? It'd be like skateboard and bike accidents. People
and it'd be like
break
breaking
Oh,
bones,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like it would be how many staples and shit the
Be like
person
someone
had.
like trying
Yeah.
to jump like a 14-step staircase and like break their
Oh,
break
I
their
love
shit.
that show. I love the other
Yeah.
one, Mind Freak. It was kind of in the same line.
Chris
Like, it
Angel?
was yeah, I love that shit.
Bro,
like
that shit was wild.
so stupid, dude. Try watching that today, and just his character, like the way he's like,
It's wild.
it's just.
But I remember there would always be like breakdown videos of how he does his tricks, and they were never like that crazy. But as a kid, I'd be like, "How's he doing that, bro?"
Right.
Like,
David Blaine was another one when I was a kid. Like he had shit that I was
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
he still be out here doing something.
So I just thought of another crazy cartoon that really was influential was the Gargoyles.
That's what I said earlier. I was like gargoyles. When you said Thundercats, I was like gargoyles.
Oh,
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I was like, you're using all the good ones. I literally thought you were gonna say gargoyles right after you said Thundercats. So I was like, oh yeah, gargoyles was that shit. Do you remember the Mighty Ducks cartoon?
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie had me cry. I cried when the dude died. That shit. I cried when I was little. I was, dude,
I cried.
my mom, had to hold me. Because I was like, bro, I was like 5 watching that shit. My mom held me like a motherfucker because I was like, oh. Dude, I really bawled when he died. Like, the fucking super, it was like a big, like, golden / like, white duck, you know what I'm talking about? When he went, I was like, and they do it kind of early in the movie, so you're like, oh, shit, I gotta, like, okay, and then the rest of the movie's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Bro, Dragon Tales, I remember that one. They got
I didn't really
Johnny
fuck with Dragon Tales
Bravo.
like that.
Dragon Tales, I used to fuck with that one a
I
little
don't really
bit.
fuck with that one like that.
The Grim Adventures.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, cold.
Yeah. Futurama's later on.
Dexter's
Doug.
Laboratory, crazy.
Oh, Dexter, Fire, that was a good one.
Dude, the little
Doug.
monkey show that they had in that shit, do you remember? They would have, like, it'd be like 4 episodes in, they would just have, like, a random episode, it would be like a crazy monkey spy shit. I loved those episodes.
Hey Arnold.
Dude, the Powerpuff Girls?
Yep.
Yeah. Mojo.
Oh yeah, it's
Dude,
the
I
Angry Beavers.
love
Oh yeah, I
the
do
Powerpuff
kind
Girls.
of remember the Angry Beavers one.
Angry Beavers was cold, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, Hey Arnold, that shit was fire.
Ren and Stimpy.
Loved that.
Yeah.
That was another one that,
Pinky
like...
and the
Oh,
Brain.
dude, Cow and Chicken.
Kim Possible.
Do you remember
I used
Cow
to
and
fuck with
Chicken?
that
Bro,
one.
pull up Cow and Chicken.
Oh, yeah,
Mama
Jimmy
had a
Neutron.
chicken. Daddy had a cow. Bro, look it up.
Oh,
What's
no,
it
yes.
Yeah. The big fucking cow that was like, dude, and then the little chicken. He's like, what are you doing, cow? Like, a fucking, dude, I used to. Oh, the Proud Family. Cold.
Fire. Yeah, Proud Family.
Yeah, these are all cold. Those are all cold. But yeah, Cow and Chicken was that shit.
Bearstein Bears.
Yeah, Cyber Chase, that one was fire.
Bears was crazy. Cyber Chase was crazy. Code Lyoko, did you ever see that? I think it was called Code Lyoko. It was like an animated crazy show. Oh, bro, Digimon. How cold was Digimon, that show?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, PBS. PBS had hits. Sonic. You remember the Sonic show?
Yes.
Sonic X? Is that what it was called?
Sonic X. Yeah.
Sonic X was crazy. All the PBS shows.
Fucking Arthur.
Arthur was cold. Oh, bro. As a kid, bro, Bear in the Big Blue House. You remember that shit?
Oh yeah, that shit was fire.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
That was before you. Or after you, sorry. Not before you.
How old are you?
Flintstones. There's Flintstones on there. That was the shit. The
Oh
Jetsons
my
was the
God.
shit. The Jetsons was the shit. Oh, all the Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
Like,
that-
anything
yeah.
Warner
Those
Brothers
are
Looney
classics.
Tunes come on, I would watch that all day. Tom and Jerry all day.
Tom and Jerry, fire.
So the old Mickey Mouse and Goofy and
Well, the Goofy movies. The Goofy movies.
Goofy movies,
Yeah.
yes.
1 and 2. Holy shit.
Yeah.
1 was obviously the fire one, but 2 I honestly loved when they do all the skateboarding and shit. I was
Yeah.
like, this is so fucking
dude,
cool.
We like goes
This
to
is
college
so
or whatever.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the little cafe
This is so
and they're like,
fucking cool.
I'm like, this is so fucking weird. This is so fucking weird. I remember being a
that
kid
shit
like,
was
I don't
fire,
like
though.
this part.
I don't like this. What
That was
is
a
he
good one.
doing?
Dude, yeah. Oh, My Life as a Teenage Robot. That was the shit.
Yeah,
Danny
so-
Phantom was the shit too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one.
Oh, Boondocks
I don't
is
know
right
if
there
y'all was
too.
on
That
that.
was a cold.
Boondocks,
Oh my
thanks.
god, Afro Samurai. Anybody fucking
Yeah.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah. What was your dude? I don't know. Damn, I don't know.
What?
I think my favorite thing that I ever watched on Toonami that I just like couldn't put down was.
Oh, bro, what was this one with the 3 girls?
Oh, that's Totally Spies.
Totally Spies. I used to fuck with
That
that
was
one.
that shit. Bro.
I used
They
to
were
think,
so
I
hot.
dude,
They
I used
were
to think,
so hot.
I used to think the redhead was bad.
I was fucking with all of them. I probably fucked with.
Yeah.
I probably fucked. I'm gonna be honest with you, because she.
I mean,
like-
they were all cute, but I think the redhead was my favorite.
Yeah, the blonde was the least of mine.
She got that. She
She
got
was the one
that
I fucked
Karen.
with the
She's got that
least.
Karen cut on her.
She was the one I fucked with the least. But yeah, they were all
And
bad.
she's cute. She's exotic. She's cute. But the redhead was always my fave. I think.
What the fuck was this? I remember this. That was like fucking OD bad.
The bunnies.
The bunny, yeah, with the bunny and the dog. That thing, I remember that shit. That was on like.
I
That was
forget.
like I remember that Jimmy Neutron.
Oh,
Ooh,
like a
crazy.
meat wad.
Oh yeah, bro. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Holy shit. Holy shit. Shout out Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Classic. Yeah. There's a lot of classics in there. For sure. For sure.
I used to watch this. I forget what it's
What?
called. Whatever this animal
Oh, that's
one.
Barnyard.
Yeah, not
The
a lot.
show was
but
called like Back at the Barnyard.
Not a lot. I just remember like seeing it on TV.
Yeah, I never really watched that. My little brothers fucked with that. But yeah, there were some classics on there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you said Sexy Lady for years. Okay, yeah. Single. Like, what was like a song that like fucking you just like 3 songs. Like, what's your sad song? Like, if you were like in a bag, you're like fucking depressed, and you're just like, I really want to just like fucking feel even more sad right now. Let me put this on and just be in my fucking bag right now.
Ooh.
So let me just like fucking just be a piece of sad shit right now.
The Goldfish theme song.
You're like, so.
Oh. So Hoobastank's fucking
Okay.
what was the name of the song? It was is it Sorry? Or oh my goodness. It was like their one hit wonder for me.
I just know Hoobastank from like listening like to them
Yeah,
like
yeah.
peripherally and always seeing the name and saying the name crazy. Hoobastank. Like I remember.
Is it like German or something?
No, it
No,
was,
it was just like a crazy, like that was like when they like Godsmack.
maybe the way
and
you just said
motherfuckers
it.
just had crazy names. It's just like, dude, I remember seeing like a Godsmack CD and seeing that name and just being like, oh shit,
yeah.
Godsmack. That sounds like. Are
Godsmack.
they devil worshippers? Like I don't know what's going on there. Like, so dumb.
Oh man, there is a. So Denzel Curry's I just want to kill myself.
Okay.
I
Yeah. Okay. I could.
Zell.
He's a big Zeltron fan.
I
Like
fuck with
big
Zell.
time.
dude, that song.
We connected over that early on.
That's where me and my friend group kind of like, cause they love like
Like
gangster
the
rap.
I am the one type.
Gangster,
Denzel
yeah,
type
like
shit.
we're talking.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put Denzel Curry in gangster rap. Yeah, so I guess yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So when you say gangster rap, do you mean like The Game, 50 Cent, fucking like or like
we're talking like Papoose,
Fire,
stuff like that, like the
locks,
hard
locks and shit.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
I
was gonna say I thought we fucked with that shit.
Montana
fuck
300 and
with
stuff like that. I'm
I
pretty.
wouldn't put Montana 300 in it.
I'm just saying, like I'm in that area, you know.
Man, this nigga like opened up for him
Yeah.
for Montana 300 one time. Yeah,
Oh,
and
shit.
we didn't like give a fuck about it so much. We were like, we're leaving. They were like, dude, he's up there. If you want to go meet him, we're like, we're cool.
I didn't even know him at the time.
And we were just like, nah, we're cool. I remember being like, dude, how cool would it be if we just don't fucking care? Everybody's
I
all
didn't
like,
even think that, bro. I was just like,
I know. I was thinking that because I was like so warped, bro. I was just like trying. Like I remember at that show when we did that, I felt like,
Bro, I was
we're
just-
superstars now.
I was just jazzed that we did a show.
We're
bro.
superstars
We went
now.
outside.
We blew up.
One of the
Dude,
other openers
literally.
was out there like smoking a cigarette, taking pictures. I was like, bro, let me hit that one time. Bro. But I smoked a little bit of a cigarette.
Dude,
we
I
took a
remember.
picture with him. I was like, bro, we on.
Literally, I remember being like, oh yeah. I remember because when I remember we stood in line for like a little bit to talk to my mom and like the people that were there, like all my folks and his folks, and they all were in line, and then we got to go inside. Like we didn't go, we just went in, and we were chilling and shit, and like I remember just being in there, and then they were like.
I didn't even know there was like a green room. We were
Dude,
supposed to be
yeah,
chilling
like
in there.
everybody was like, there was people in a green room and shit. And we didn't even like know because we were just like, yo, like, we
We were
here.
just chilling on the stage,
And
the
so
DJ
we
was,
hung
like,
out
setting
on
up
the
and
stage
shit.
like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the whole time, just fucking like, and we were walking
Like,
around on the
people were-
stage,
people were coming
and people
in,
were
bro.
coming in, and me and Twan are just walking around the
We're
stage,
like,
yeah, we here, we at the show, baby, we made it.
I pull a picture. I got my
That shit
phone.
was fun as fuck, but that I remember like, because of the Montana thing, I just remember. Like one of the guys, okay, so shout out Ryan Lambo, shout out Lamborghini Rye, but the guy that helped us get the show, because he was like, it was his show, and he was like, bro, like, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, like, they said, like, there's more, like, they got more slots, blah, 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 blah. If we could maybe get some more tickets, we're like, bro, they said they'd probably let you guys have a slot. And I'm like, probably have a slot? We'll have a slot. He's like, no, dude, you'll definitely have a slot. And so, like, we get this little slot at a time.
It ended up just being like one slot together, I think.
Yeah, and then it ended up just being a slot of all of us together. So we were like, okay, we're going to perform these songs, and Ryan's going to perform his songs and shit. And so we'll just split the setup in half. And so, like, first off, him and I hadn't, like, done a show yet. So we're now at this thing, and there's fucking, what was it? Dude, it was actually, like, a lot of people.
It's like 200 people.
Yeah, like 200 people, which, like...
Cause it was Montana 300.
Most people's first show was like 13, because like, you know, it's like just the 13 of your friends that showed up to like be there, or
Yeah.
like maybe the 4 people in the back.
It wasn't like our
But that's
show.
what I'm saying. But like,
We were
we
just
had
stepping in.
folks there, and then also there was like fucking mad people there to see
Yeah.
Montana of 300, because it's Montana 300, and like
Yeah.
at the time he was huge. So
At the time.
we were fucking we were having so much fun the whole time on the stage. We were just fucking like
Just vibing.
Like, people would go do their set, and we'd be like, all right, we're gonna go to the side of the stage, but we ain't like really leaving the stage. So dudes would do their whole set, we would just be standing on the side of the stage, like, yeah, we got to go on next. Like,
No, we were like third or fourth. Or
Dude,
like,
yeah.
I think we were fourth, if I remember.
I don't remember what slot we were, because I was literally like,
Maybe that's wrong.
It
but
doesn't
I
matter,
remember
because like tomorrow we're gonna be like literally booking arenas.
we're on, bro.
It doesn't matter. Like,
I remember there was at least like 3 people that went before us, and we were just posted, just like on the side.
That shit was so fun. That shit was so fun.
Bro, at one point the DJ literally said to me, he's like, "Is this y'all's first show?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was
He's
like,
like,
"I could tell." I was like, "That's what's up."
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, it is.
I was just,
I'm glad you could tell. I'm glad, because I appreciated it. I appreciated that show. Like, that shit, classic. Classic time. That was funny. Fucking classic. Dude, what was the best concert you ever went to? Unless you know, but I know you kind of be fucking with concerts.
It would be my first Vans Warped Tour.
Oh, dude, okay, that's sad. Because they used to be stacked. But
Yeah.
now they're like, no offense to anybody, shout out anybody that gets to the Warped Tour, but like, they used to have, like, because of the bands that went on to be
Yeah.
huge.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Senses Fail was
Yeah.
out and stuff like that. And then I got real big into A Day to Remember. So since that was my intro into them, I've seen them 7 times live.
damn.
Think
okay,
about that.
so
They
you
were
really
at
fuck with
Warped
them.
Tour, and then like,
Yeah. This
then
was like
you have to go
08.
see them at arenas. Like,
Yeah,
you know
this
what I'm
was
saying?
like 08.
All of those bands that you just like those,
Yeah. Yeah.
like on gasoline, like,
Yeah.
it's like all of them.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's like my most iconic, most special to me, because that was like back when I lived down in North Carolina. So one of my other like friends that I call like a brother, he is that's where I met him, and
Fire.
where our journey kind of went.
Like at the show, you met him?
No,
Okay, so you met him down there.
My big like first memory.
Oh,
with him.
word. That's lit. Oh, y'all went to the show. That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
That's what's up.
Twan, what about your best concert you ever been to?
Just thinking, I don't know.
And why? Because he just said why now. So
I saw Kanye on his Yeezus tour and Kendrick Lamar opened for him.
that's pretty crazy.
So that was probably one of the coolest.
Yeah, that's
Why?
that's
Just because they're
pretty
fucking
mad.
just because
Yeah.
they're nuts.
Because that was like Kanye rant era too. He was ranting
Dude,
then
yeah.
too. You
Like
probably saw the rant.
mask.
'Cause he was
fucking-
like on the suspended stages. He would do that. He brought that around.
not on that show. He had like a whole like mountain type structure behind him, and he had like the mask
yeah,
on.
okay.
But Kendrick came out and did fucking
A good kid, probably.
yeah. I'm blanking on the song, but yeah. it was
Mad
fire.
City.
Mad City. He did that. He did a couple, and it was fire. And Kanye came out, and we did like some brownies before, some weed brownies.
Oh, so he was lit.
Yeah, dude, it was me.
Who'd you
Bennett,
go with?
Me, Bennett, Alexis, and I think Murray.
Oh, where lit.
We were just fucking posted and chilling,
That's
bro.
lit.
But it was a crazy show.
That's lit.
But yeah.
That's lit. Yeah, bro. I never seen Ye, and I haven't seen Kendrick, and I didn't want to see Kendrick. He came around here the one time, and everybody that I know that went and saw it said it was like all right. And I was like, yeah, okay. I figured. I mean,
I can see it.
You probably have to see him at like a stadium in like his hometown, like a big deal stadium. Like
Yeah.
Hershey
I fuck with
Stadium
Kendrick,
wasn't.
though.
Yeah, but like the times that he came around, because he came around before, I just didn't care to go see him. I wanted to see Schoolboy Q and all those guys, so I would see them, but I didn't want to see Kendrick all like that, because I just didn't think his shit would translate to a show, because it was like so like Shireen's song. I love that, but I didn't want to see it live, like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like.
That makes sense.
But then, like, Hands on the Wheel, I was like, I need to see this. Like, I need to see this, and I did. Like, I made sure.
That's
I saw
more
it,
like a
100
party
times.
anthem type.
But that's what I was saying. I was like, I want to see, like, because I watched that video, and I used to think, like, I bet you those guys probably look like this video on stage, and 100%. It was 100% 1-to-1.
Just turning
like,
up.
but it was like this. You know how the video's like black and white. For Hands on the Wheel? Bro, they're set the way they would light everything up, and like they would all wear like monotone-ish colors. It really made like.
Is that when he had the ski mask on, or no?
Who, Schoolboy? No, this is before that. This is before Schoolboy. This is just bucket hat, like.
Okay.
Snapback era Schoolboy, like. Yeah, like, but yeah, that fucking. I remember like, but my favorite show, no question. It's not even close. No question. It used to be the J. Cole concert, but the Burna Boy shit was just a whole nother world. I have never seen nothing like that.
I remember you went and did that.
Dude, I'll never. Anybody, if y'all fucking like, and if you can tolerate, if you fucked with Black Panther, not even the movie, but just like the music or like the vibe from like that, like if you fucked with that, or The Lion King, like just any like, hey, if you can tolerate the simplest little bit of like African vibe music. Bro, I urge you to go see Burna Boy. Anybody, if you get a chance. Holy shit. It doesn't matter if you're in the nosebleeds or front row. That's an experience. It's not even a show. That's an experience. That shit was fucking wild. I left that place shook. Sell out arena, this shit is crazy. I was like, but the way his performance was, yeah, that shit was crazy. And that's how I felt about J. Cole, but it was weird because the difference for the J. Cole concert was, I feel like it was because it was at a festival and it was raining and the ambiance was so crazy. It was that, like, there were so many levels to it that was, like, impactful, and his set was crazy. But the difference with the Burna Boy shit was, like, the Burna Boy shit for me, it was, like, weird being around a place that I'm familiar with, but being in, like, it literally felt like I was in a different world, like, because of the culture. Just, it was, like, it was, like, every person that likes Afro music it was a whole different vibe, and then the live instrumentation.
A lot of them probably had afros too, I bet.
Well, honestly, there wasn't that many afros. There was I don't know. I did kind of notice that there wasn't any afros, but I wasn't looking for
joking.
afro. No, I know you're joking, but now that you say that, I remember thinking about like how cool everything, like everybody came. And it was like the most colorful shit I ever seen in terms of like all the different colors people had on. Like everybody had like, it was so crazy, dude. The vibes
I joke about that because I think you said Nick was like one of the few white people there.
She
in
was.
the audience. So.
Dude, we looked around and like there was like, Mick was like she was the token white kid in the fucking John. Like she was, but it was lit. It was lit, bro. It was a different world. Like when he would sing and cut the like beat and shit, and then he would like stop and let everybody else sing it, and it would be in a different language. That shit was just, you don't even know what the fuck they're saying. You don't have to. Holy shit, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, what's up?
As a motherfucker, that shit was nuts. But yeah, Burna was definitely the one for me, no question. It's like not even close. But yeah, fucking. One last thing I'll say. I'll ask. What do you think was the most, like, what was something that like you look back on as an adult and you're like, damn, that actually was way bigger of a deal than I ever thought it was when I was a kid.
Probably anal.
Savage. Savage.
Well, damn.
I'm joking. I don't know. I have to think about it.
Like, it could be something simple. Like, for example, like, I remember, like, what I'm thinking when I say that, and this is just because my brain is on, like, I'm just thinking that. But I was like, I remember being taught how to, like actually use the stove. Like, this is how you use the stove. I remember, like, that being,
Like, you thought it was going to be crazy?
Huh? No,
you thought it was going to be a big deal, and it wasn't?
No, opposite. Because like, my mom would cook. I wasn't one of those kids, like, I want to cook. I was like, oh, that's cool, like, dinner's coming. But then when I learned how to do it, I was like, oh, fuck, like, I can make whatever the fuck I want. Like, this is crazy.
It was like a new world.
But I remember, like, when I, like, now that I look back at it, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, damn, I never thought that, like, because, like, now you cook for yourself, or you know what I mean? Like, food's such a big deal, but it's just like, yeah, but it's like, I remember learning that, it's like, oh, this is, like, actually a key to, like, the rest of my life. Like, this is something I'm going
It's like learning.
But, like, at the time, I'm like, oh, yeah,
stuff,
I would go to school, I'd be like, yeah, bro, I made spaghetti last night. And we all ate it, and it was good. Like,
and it was good.
And then I'd be like thinking to myself, like, well, my mom actually cooked the ground beef, but I made everything else. I heated up the sauce and boiled it. It was like, I cooked that shit.
I stood there and watched.
Yeah,
but I was in there.
But dude, like that,
it's like crying. It's like crying as a kid. 'Cause you don't know how to like tie your shoes, but then you learn that shit, and you're like, oh, bro, I'm out here walking now. Fucking,
that's what I'm saying. But like being taught how to cook, I remember like learning. Like the microwave first, kind of, but like the stove,
the
like,
toaster, the microwave. You had to, work your way.
It actually might have been that way. I think the toaster was the first thing I banged out on because it was used to put bread in.
It's probably easy,
it's
probably step one.
Butter bread and like jelly and shit. Yeah, I finessed the cinnamon butter bread because that was the toaster was the first.
You can do a lot with the toaster, bro.
You're right. But that's definitely mine. Probably being taught how to cook was like the one that, like, literally, like, because they taught me kind of early on that.
Yeah, Rich.
Trying to think.
But that's just where my head went with that. Like, it could have been like, bro, fucking, we got this flat tire and it sucked, or I'm stuck in an elevator, blah, blah, blah. Now I look back on that, like, change everything. I don't know.
I'm stuck in this elevator. I got to change a tire. That type of shit.
Just, yeah, whatever. But, like, it was so insignificant back then when it happened, but now you look back and you're like, holy shit, that was like, that changed the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't know. I was maybe gonna say driving, but I wasn't that like intimidated to drive. I was kind of like ready for it.
It doesn't need to be something that you were intimidated for, but you were just like more like this ain't gonna be shit. But now you look back and you're like, damn, this is like, or like, it just like you didn't think it was gonna, like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But now you look back and you're like, damn it, without that, holy fuck, like, how different, like, or like, wow, that's massive, like, for me, personally, just that thing. Like, another thing that comes to mind, just for a helpful example, is, like, I remember, like, thinking, like, I remember thinking, like, oh, I'm never, like, I'm eventually going to grow out of cartoons because, like, you got to grow up. Like, my parents never really fucked with my dad was okay with it, but my mom, she didn't really care about cartoons. And I was like, oh, that's an adult thing. And now as a person, I was like, shit, like, I never grew out of cartoons. And it's, like, such a big deal. Because I'm so connected with our cartoony, like, shit, comic shit. But, like, I remember thinking, like, oh, yeah, like, I'm going to just grow out of this shit. Like, and then I never did, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's so good I never did. Like,
yeah, it's a decent example. But yeah, again, I'm not really sure.
It's cool. It's kind of a hard loaded question, so it's a rough one to end on.
No, it's It's a good question. I just have to think about it probably. It's like life lesson type of shit.
Yeah, I didn't give it a whole lot of thought. So there's definitely more impactful things that have probably happened to me, but that's just like something that come to mind for me.
I was thinking just like a broad sense, just how to like treat people, just I don't know.
That's a good one. Like, yeah, as a kid, you're kind of like, okay, whatever. But like
As a
now
kid,
it's
you don't
like,
give a shit about anything.
that's a good one. That's a fair one.
Play, trying
Yeah,
to
you're like, I just want everybody to fuck with me. We're cool.
Yeah, just trying to like have
Have a
like
good
toys
time.
and shit. Everything is
Yeah.
kind of like about you a lot, and then you're just like, bro. There's other
Well,
people.
I guess mine's just learning to be myself.
That's a good one too.
Okay.
So I used to get bullied when I was younger
Okay.
in grade school. And my thought process was, well, if I'm dumb, they would just leave me alone. I'm just some
Okay.
other person, So my grades dropped to where I had to actually be held back.
You wanted to like drop down to their level. You're saying to like be like
No, like even lower. It sounds like just like
Yeah,
not like
so
on
if-
a negative, but just like far.
If I'm I'm fat and smart, and at the time, it sounds
Don't do. Yeah, you don't.
it
Want
sounds
that.
crazy, but that's like the biggest thing that you could be made fun of for.
100%.
So I'm
I get what
big.
you're saying,
I
but
can't change big.
yeah.
So
Looking,
Yeah, the
If
fat
I'm-
nerd is literally the
yeah.
fat nerd.
if I'm dumb,
Yeah.
they would just leave me alone.
No, I know what you're saying, but yeah, looking back on
Yeah,
it,
because the people are
obviously-
gonna be like, "What are you gonna make fun of the dumb fat nerd?" Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
okay, I get it.
It went to
I thought about
even
that.
But
my
looking back, I mean,
teachers
yeah.
like that didn't like me apparently, put me in special needs classes and shit.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not this dumb.
You're like,
you know?
Holy
I'm
shit.
But that's
pretending,
also
bro.
during Ritalin. Like,
Oh,
Holy
okay.
shit!
yeah. So it was.
Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
So at during high school or middle school actually is when it really kicked in. It's like when I got held back, and
Okay.
I'm like, well, now I might not go anywhere. Like,
So was it like a focus thing too with the Ritalin?
oh well, Ritalin did play a big because I'm this quiet kid. I'm not as social. So now I just sit in the back of the class and I'm just kind of there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, shit,
So
yeah.
a lot of being younger was the social aspect. So if I'm not social, then that's
Definitely.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
out.
yeah,
Yeah. I'd always
Um,
be pretty low key too, but
yeah.
So
Yeah.
what made you not be that way? How did that go from because you're not like that now, so.
It was high school, honestly.
Oh, really?
Like,
well, that's
I'm
what I was
like,
gonna say. Yeah, like
because then they start like telling you like this is where your grades count because if you were to go to college and stuff, if you want
Okay.
like a prestigious college, you got to have good grades
Right.
type thing. So that's where it kind of snapped and was like, well, if I play dumb, I'm gonna be dumb.
I see what
yeah,
you're
well, that's
saying.
good to be aware of. But I was gonna say to that point too, if like you're trying to choose to be like dumb or smart, like kids just make fun of anything. Kids are just like mean to everybody, and they just don't know like exactly what's going on. Like,
No, yeah, and
But
that
as
was
a
at
kid,
the,
you don't know that though.
That-
you know
for
what
sure,
I mean?
for
Like,
sure,
it's hard to
for
know
sure.
that.
That's what
because
I'm,
you're,
for
like,
sure.
and that's at the point
Yeah.
where
Because you're just trying to like deflect whatever's like
Yeah.
coming at you, but like looking back, like I feel like they just try to they
Yeah.
would make something up if they didn't have
Yeah.
anything to.
no, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
it was at the point to where like being smart was like you want to be smart now.
For sure, for
So,
sure. Well, that's good. That's good that you're that aware of it.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I would change the game. I could see how
it would have
definitely
changed
the
who
game.
I was in a big way because
For sure.
I'm always
So do you think at the time? Hold on, I'm sorry, just interrupt because I just
You're
have a
good.
question. Do you think at the time you made that decision just to like maybe like get better grades and maybe like that was it? Was your goal like to turn your
Well,
whole life around? Was it like what was like? Because
And it
it's
was
got to be a
also,
smaller focus. Than
Like the
that,
main
right?
it was
motivation.
also
It's got to be such a smaller focus. It has to be to a degree, right?
It was also to the point to where like because I'm also doing this now, I'm going home and I'm getting in trouble and in
okay.
trouble
So
and
you're
in
just like
trouble.
tired of that.
and getting paddled and
Right,
stuff.
all the
So
dumb
like,
shit.
I don't want to fucking.
You're just like, it's coming with two
So that's
other things.
So that's the thing. It was
Yeah.
like you're just like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, like the being scared of coming home and it's like fucking
Right.
report card time.
Yeah.
And
That's not good if you're
my
not comfortable
parents-
at school
yeah,
and then not
where's your
comfortable at home.
Where's
you
your
know?
report card? Oh,
Yeah.
I left it at school. I'll get it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
And then a
tomorrow,
week
guys.
rolls and it's
Yeah.
like, where's your report card?
You're like, oh,
Lost
they must have lost it somewhere. I don't know where it is.
So yeah,
You didn't get it yet? I gave it to you.
They said there was an issue. There was an issue
Come
with
on,
the
look,
sorting
yeah, that's
of
on
them.
table. You didn't
Yeah,
get
and
it?
then I come back from school. So I went to your school today and got your report card.
Oh no!
I had that.
Fuck.
You're like, oh yeah, they just told me it's gonna be ready this afternoon.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
I could see that. Like you're just like, I'm just trying to get out of this little thing.
Yeah.
But that's a big game changer. 'Cause,
Yeah, but-
who knows where you?
yeah, that was
A big
one,
part
yeah.
of me is being intuitive, so I wouldn't have been as intuitive as I am now.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
good.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree to that for you. In terms of like you're intuitive. I don't know you back then, but
Yeah.
now, yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, that's wild. That's a good one.
That was a
That's a good
really
one.
good one.
That should get deep.
That shit good, dude.
That was a good one.
Deep
That's
Dollas.
a good one. I fuck with that. That's a solid
That's
answer.
another nickname. Deep Dollas.
Deep dollars.
Deep dollars.
Dollars from the deep.
Sounds like a treasure, like a
Yeah.
pirate treasure.
Literally. Yeah, that was a solid pick.
Yeah. Anything else?
Honestly, that was solid for me. Shit, I enjoyed it.
I think we're it's at 3 hours right now.
Oh, we're a wrap her up. Wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been fire.
Yeah, it's been
Hobie,
good.
this is the Deep Dollars from the Deep, aka
Yeah.
Richie Dollar Sign.
Rich Homie Squad.
You know, Rich Homie Dollar.
Richie Trees.
Yeah, facts, Richie Trill. And you know
Yeah.
Twan, the legend. And you know me. You know, squad.
Shout out. All right.